Now, moving on to Team Everest, I have Martin III here with me as the captain of Everest. Now, Martin, what do you think separates you from the other teams in VRML?
I definitely think our view of rollouts and the way we sort of look at where we're at the beginning of the season and designing our rollouts after where everyone is, and then sort of working on them throughout the season and sort of iterating and perfecting them. And hopefully now we're at a place where everyone knows their part and we can sort of use them as well as possible. And yeah.
And how do you think the finals is going to go for you?
I'm optimistic. So far we've been overperforming in cups versus single games. I think we all like cups more since it's like back-to-back games and it's not like getting warm up for one game. So hopefully if the first game goes well, and the first game's a lower seeded, sort of lower tier, bottom seed. So if that goes well, then yeah, we should be warmed up and ready to take on the other teams as well in both the upper and lower bracket.
Now, moving on to Team Everest, I have Martin III here with me as the captain of Everest. Now, Martin, what do you think separates you from the other teams in VRML?
I definitely think our view of rollouts and the way we sort of look at where we're at the beginning of the season and designing our rollouts after where everyone is, and then sort of working on them throughout the season and sort of iterating and perfecting them. And hopefully now we're at a place where everyone knows their part and we can sort of use them as well as possible. And yeah.
And how do you think the finals is going to go for you?
I'm optimistic. So far we've been overperforming in cups versus single games. I think we all like cups more since it's like back-to-back games and it's not like getting warm up for one game. So hopefully if the first game goes well, and the first game's a lower seeded, sort of lower tier, bottom seed. So if that goes well, then yeah, we should be warmed up and ready to take on the other teams as well in both the upper and lower bracket.
Now, moving on to Team Everest, I have Martin III here with me as the captain of Everest. Now, Martin, what do you think separates you from the other teams in VRML?
I definitely think our view of rollouts and the way we sort of look at where we're at the beginning of the season and designing our rollouts after where everyone is, and then sort of working on them throughout the season and sort of iterating and perfecting them. And hopefully now we're at a place where everyone knows their part and we can sort of use them as well as possible. And yeah.
And how do you think the finals is going to go for you?
I'm optimistic. So far we've been overperforming in cups versus single games. I think we all like cups more since it's like back-to-back games and it's not like getting warm up for one game. So hopefully if the first game goes well, and the first game's a lower seeded, sort of lower tier, bottom seed. So if that goes well, then yeah, we should be warmed up and ready to take on the other teams as well in both the upper and lower bracket.
Now, moving on to Team Everest, I have Martin III here with me as the captain of Everest. Now, Martin, what do you think separates you from the other teams in VRML?
I definitely think our view of rollouts and the way we sort of look at where we're at the beginning of the season and designing our rollouts after where everyone is, and then sort of working on them throughout the the upper and lower bracket.
Now, moving on to Team Everest, I have Martin III here with me as the captain of Everest. Now, Martin, what do you think separates you from the other teams in VRML?
I definitely think our view of rollouts and the way we sort of look at.
And we're underway.
Welcome, everybody, to the Echo Arena VRML Day 1 of the postseason. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's. I am joined by my lovely co-caster, Kit Catastrophe. Are you ready for the action that we're going to be seeing today, Kit?
Definitely am. We had some awesome games over in OCE just a few hours ago, however many hours ago it was, but we had some epic games over there, and now we're going to have some epic EU games, and I'm certainly excited for that. It is going to be a great day, definitely one to stick around for, and we have all the EU games today, and then we have the NA games later in the day, so definitely something to stick around for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be some incredibly hype matches here on VRML2, but also a reminder that there are other games live today. Obviously, we have 3 channels going. You can head on over to twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague to catch action live there, but then also, you know, there's going to be games here. There's going to be some dang good games here. Obviously, the first one, Everest versus Quackheads. This is going to be a super hype matchup. You're looking at number 8 versus number 9. These teams, it's kind of the question. It's almost the dark horse question. Are these squads going to be able to really up their game here as we get into this postseason, as we get into the matches that really matter? Are they going to bring something different or something unique to the table that we historically have not seen? It's the question that, you know, at least is eating away in my mind, and I really want to know what these squads are going to bring to the table today. And, you know, obviously with Quackheads Everest, I think we can expect a pretty dang good series to kick us off here, Kit.
I definitely think so too. I don't know the EU teams that well, but I definitely know that these teams have been fighting hard and it's really
Yeah.
close. And I'm definitely excited to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the Quackheads record, not exactly stellar. I wonder if maybe it's might even be the worst record in the Master tier, but that doesn't mean that they're not a team that's going to bring it here when we get into the finals. You know, just because they're 5-22, going up against 17-12 of Everest, it's going to be a test. You know, Quackheads is the team that has stuck through a lot of challenges over the course of their season, and again, I'm very interested to see what kind of battles we get here throughout the whole course of the day, because there is some crazy matchups today. I think the first one, trying to remember, what is the first game on VR Master League? Because over there's also, I think it's Hellbent versus, oh, I'm blanking. Hellbent versus Clockwork. Yeah, that is going to be a stellar matchup for the first round of the day. And we have both of the teams in lobby ready to go. We're all set, ready to rock, so we should be diving into the action any moment. You can look at the active rosters for the day, and coming in from Everest, we have Martin III, Conrad, Bad Elmo, and Stefano. No surprise there, as that is the only 4 on their roster, so not a lot of chance for a sub. And over on Quackheads, we have Middleman, the Boss Man, Irony Man, and Gobshite. The standard foray, if you will, from these squads, but we are ready to get into the action, diving into the first round of the postseason. Both of these teams duking it out for what is a pretty good prize pool on the line as Everest and Quackheads kick off the joust. Everest managed to take away the first possession and start to set up inside the zone of Quackheads. A good pass down to Bad Elmo allows them to set up. There's a pass up to Martin, and they're trying to draw this defense out. A missed pass just out of reach of Elmo gets quickly scooped up by Boss, and they're going to be able to clear this out.
It's floating loose now in the midfield there. Great pick up by Everest. They're able to get a hand on it, and it will be able to be recovered there by Quackheads. Quackheads now looking for a long shot, perhaps. The stack coming back there. The shot not quite on. Everest able to recover it and clearing it back downfield.
Yeah, a nice little slap away just as it was nearly bouncing into the goal. So keeping this one still 0-0 in the first minute here as a good pass there over to Martin. Oh, a great bit of back and forth to avoid that quick stack in the center. There's a good pass to the backboard, and Bad Elmo finds the first goal of the postseason for Everest and go up 2-0.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now diving into the offensive joust, Middleman scooping it up, tosses it over to the Boss, and they're going to try and work their way up through the midfield. But look at this, the defensive stack, the defensive pressure right here waiting for this attempt to crawl through the midfield. The stack there does just miss the pass, but forced error allows them to scoop it up, and that's the pressure that Everest are looking to apply. They just want to force those missed passes, force the rust passes from that offense, and, well, ultimately, Quackhead's still able to hang on to this one. Middleman, a good pass to Boss in the bottom of the zone. They're trying to work through what is a good defensive wall, and there's a great steal from Steffo. Almost full clears it out, but is quickly stunned, and the disc kind of floats around towards the tunnel.
He's stuck in that trap area, not quite able to get it out. Is Quackhead still able to recover it, though? A great pass up to the ceiling there. Gonna walk it into the bubble, take the one-on-one with the goalie. A great stun by the goalie there, able to save that from going in. A great stun there at that, able to get it the whole way down. It will be a stack race here. Fast stacks coming in from Quackheads, able to recover it, looking for that clear out now. Maybe a pass, but it doesn't quite get out. Getting stolen back and forth through the midfield here.
Yeah, trying to work themselves up through that midfield, having a tough time as passes continue to get intercepted. Here comes the attack as a good pass to the Boss gets sent over to the side of the zone. They're trying to draw this defense out with the stun coming in there on the goal. Middleman's able to find a full team effort to get this goal in from Quackheads, and we are tied up 5 apiece now.
We definitely do have a tied.
2 apiece. Jeez, what was my math? I just added 2 and 2 and put 5. I don't know where I'm at. Holy cow. The action not letting me process math is, look at this, the rollout very quick from Everest, almost able to get right up into the zone, but quickly shut down as the defense sets up, and quick stack down does get it back into Everest possession, so maybe they can reset their offensive joust.
I definitely love how fast and accurate these stacks are. They are able to get on top of that disc and stop where it's going to bounce, which is really hard to do at high speeds. And speaking of that, they track down that disc and score it. Everest going to take the lead here once again.
Yeah, that was a quick one. I got to take a look at the replay just to see how they slapped that one in. I mean, that was a cross arena score in seconds. Really not a lot of time to rebuttal from Quackheads unless they had a stack tracking all the way back down to goal. So a solid, quick pickup there from Everest. Hard to really react off of those opportunities like that. So good for them to recognize that they had one. Maybe another opportunity here as the disc floats down into the zone. Conrad has it here, an open goal, but suddenly the stack defense is there, and a bounce pass off the backboard goes in for two. A great read from Conrad. Didn't have the angle on the goal. The goalie had just gotten there, so he only had a limited time before the goalie couldn't react appropriately, and just a great shot off of the backboard to sink that in. Really nice to now push them up 4-2. Or excuse me, with a 4-point lead, 6-2.
4-point lead there. The clear down the pass downfield, but the stack from Everest able to track down the disc there. A great pass off to Martin III. Another long clear there, but the stack coming in, stunning out that other stack from Everest there, clearing it back downfield. It is bouncing loose, still in the possession of Quackheads. Disc is loose, but is still able to be recovered. Looking for that pass down, but Bad Elmo with the intercept and the clear back out. Just some back and forth intercepts here. Coming through the midfield. Brawls coming out. Who is going to get to that disc first?
Yeah, the pressure is starting to flow through these teams. Quackheads maybe feeling the urgency to get back on the board as the clock ticks away. We're more than halfway through this first round. And a 4-point lead, while it's not a lot, is certainly... it's a 2-goal lead, so they have to start scoring. There's a great intercept. Maybe a mail slot shot opportunity, but no, they decide to pass up to themselves as that shot goes just a bit wide and overshoot the disc, so it ends up bouncing almost all the way back to the midfield. A great stun from Steffo, and he's been doing great defense to prevent this this Quackhead squad from being able to set up. There's a good pass to Steffo, and here comes the attack from Everest.
Everest gonna take that long shot on the goal. Martin III taking that 3, extending the lead to 7.
Wow, that was a fantastic 3, and those are hard to recognize and shoot even when you have the opportunities. So for them to be able to push up like that, there's probably a few things going on there. Good communication has to be number one, because they have to be saying, hey, we're clear for this. You're clear. No one's pushing up on you. You have the 3. You know, I'm sure the comms are very active coming in from this Everest team so that they can ensure that they're going to be able to make those shots comfortably, because that's open goal 3s are sometimes some of the hardest. And as I say that, almost an open goal 3 there, bounces off the lower end of the zone, dips around to the edge of the goal, and is still kept into the possession of Quackheads. Here comes a good attack. Gobshite finds the 2 as he dives into the zone, and a good setup pushes Quackheads back into this one.
Pulling it back within 5 points here. There still is plenty of time left in this round. Plenty of action still to come. And we have the just advantage here from Everest. Going to play it down fast. With it that clear, but it's going to get that trap area. Quackhead's going to get there first. The stack's coming from both sides, but Quackhead's just getting there first. Going to walk forward. Going to look for that pass back. Resetting the play there. Looking for that pass forward now. Maybe taking it a bit slower here, keeping control over that disc. I love seeing how they slow it down here. Yeah. But a missed pass there means it's going to get recovered there by Everest.
Yeah, and they were trying to get the pace back into their control because they had just scored a 2. They wanted to continue to pile on. They didn't want things to get out of hand. And ultimately, Everest is able to defend, but a bit of an awkward back pass ends up being a full clear into the favor of Quackhead. So now the brawl in the Everest zone ensues for dispossession, and Middleman is just able to intercept what was going to be a full clear. Slapped over to Gobshite. That drifts over into the zone again of Everest, and this is Quackheads trying to set up their offense attack. A great pass up to the top to the boss. And now I think the setup is going to come through. They're approaching the zone, trying to draw this defense out. There's a great pass to the back of the zone and a shot onto the goal. It's Gobshite finds another 2.
We are back within 3 points. They are within 1 goal here. A minute and 15 seconds left on the clock here. Everest need to hold out the points here, or Quackheads need to respond with a 3-pointer to tie things up.
What they can do on their joust, and to talk about slowing things up, look what Everest is doing. They are forcing Quackheads to push into their zone to try and get this possession. And really, they're just going to be buying time right now. They have that 3-goal lead. It's technically a 3-point lead. It's technically a 1-goal lead, unless a 3 gets sunk in. Is this an attempted 3 off the bottom of the zone? It bounces and just trips up over the top of the goal. Nearly goes in, nearly tied it up off of that attempted shot. Instead, we are keeping things close, 6-9. The 3-point lead could become a little bit more if they get their possession. Everest just battling for it inside the zone of Quackheads.
Disc is loose there. Irony Man able to pick it up, looking for that clear all the way down. It is going to make it the whole way. It will be Quackheads to get possession first. They need a 3, getting stolen there by Martin III. Martin III going to clear it out here. There is 20 seconds left in this round. Can they tie it up there? The stack coming in, just missing that disc. It is still picked up by Quackheads. Quackheads now going to walk it forward, look for that open 3 perhaps, but a great save from the goalie there. Picked up once again by Quackheads, but the stunts coming through, that's going to guarantee them the round.
What a crazy round 1 here, kid, as we kick off this postseason. Day 1 off to a great start. Everest just able to hold on to this lead, and Quackhead certainly applying the pressure. I mean, that open goal 3 attempt off the bottom of the zone that goes just a bit wide, that could have tied it up. Maybe if they had gotten something going there towards the end of that round 1, that could have tied it up. I really was thinking maybe we'll go to OT in our first round of the postseason, but that is not the case. We are instead left with an Everest W, at least for the first round, but this is any indication of how this series is going to go. I don't know what to expect going into the second round, because I think Quackheads can certainly battle back here. At the very least, come out here maybe and get an early lead in round 2.
Absolutely, it definitely is a close game. The scoreboard doesn't always show what the story of the game is. It can be very misleading, and I always say pay attention to what's happening in the game and not to the score, because anything can happen when you can pull it back in a round 2.
Yeah, and I mean, you're looking at, if you do, to I guess go against the point, if you do look at that scoreline, there are 2 if you look at Everest, everyone scored a point there for the Everest team, ultimately pushing them up in that lead a touch, and Quackhead's relying on Gobshite and Middleman to get those goals in. And so maybe if we can, the boss and Irony Man can put some points on the board, it'll be a touch closer as we dive in to round number 2. And Everest with the offensive joust, with the joust advantage, and now pushing into an offensive push. A good pass over to the edge of the zone, and there's a great stun that just shuts down that whole setup from Everest. They were really in a good position if that pass had connected, but instead it gets stunned out and full cleared for Quackheads to try and attack.
Everest recovering the disc now, looking for options, slowing down the play here a little bit, looking for those passes, not going to rush it through, looking for a pass there. It isn't going to make it through. A steal, and another steal there by Steffo. Steffo now with it, looking for that long shot, but there is defense back there. Able to pick it up now is Quackhead's going to look for that pass. A great read of the situation there, able to pass it back to keep possession of that disc. The clear now, not quite making it out, falling back into the hands of Everest.
Yeah, and Everest just playing with the time here as the disc bounces around between their players, trying to make sure that they pull this defense out effectively before they attack. And here's a great bit of a passing sequence that does end up getting shut down by the shield. The pass goes just a bit off mark and ends up bouncing out of possession of Everest. Quackheads recover, and the full clear up through the tunnel comes in. A great clear at that. And almost a shot on goal, is it? It goes in!
That is a beautiful shot there. The bounce off the wall, just on the perfect angle there to head into the goal. What a great way to open up this round.
Wow. that's a shot on goal. That's not a clear. It certainly looked like one, but where they were and the understanding of angles, that looked to me like a very good shot on goal off the side of the arena. Fantastic way for Quackheads to kick off round 2. Couldn't have asked for a better start, truly, as they now are up 3-0 and pushing on the offense. A great pass there as they dive into the zone. The boss is active, finds his goal, and just like that, Quackheads have a 5-0 lead.
They've broken the ice now, and there is no drought for Quackheads. They are able to swim through this and able to take that lead, gathering some momentum there, and it will be Everest now with that joust advantage looking for the response here.
Yeah, and it's looking like a pretty good joust as they do roll out and push up into the zone. The stack's back in time. No, it's not. Bad Elmo with a great setup pass from Steffo quickly puts it in, not really allowing the Quackheads defense time to set up. And now they're up 5, well, down still 3, but chipping away at that lead that Quackheads have. And when you're talking about a lead at this level, a 5-point lead is almost nothing. It's easy to come back from in no time, so you have to be careful when you're working with such a small lead. There's an attempted backboard shot that is quickly intercepted by that stacked defense.
I love seeing those stacks coming in for those clutch saves, and that definitely was going to go in. It is Martin III now looking for that clear downfield now, bouncing there, the recovery there, and they are able to get the 2-pointer. They are within 1 point here.
Almost a 3 opportunity, but doesn't get capitalized on. And understandably, again at this level, you can't really take your time to push back out of the bubble to shoot a 3. But either way, chipping away ever so slightly at that lead. Now it's only a 1-pointer, so not exactly comfortable for Quackheads. They need to continue to apply the pressure that they've been applying. Bad Ella with a great intercept prevents Quackheads from getting this offensive joust rolled through the midfield, and the stacked defense is now applying the pressure as Quackheads just try and keep the disc away from these two that are on the hunt.
I definitely think that they are trying to keep an advantage here because they do want to keep that lead. Maybe playing a bit of clock play here, definitely something that isn't a bad idea at all. A missed pass there. It is going to bounce loose. Still recovered by Irony Man. Irony Man looking for that pass out there to Middleman. Middleman in the midfield looking for that pass down to the boss. Bossing through that defense and able to pick it up now, walking it forward, but a great stun there by Bad Elmo looking for that clear.
Yeah, he couldn't push through 4 on that defensive lineup, and a bit of a bounce there does almost push the disc into the zone of Quackheads, but they're fortunate enough that the stack's there in time to disrupt. The offense still here with a good bit of passing work to get them the 2. What a great bit of give and go to draw that defense out. A fantastic play from Everest to push them up in the lead here, 6-5. And hey, they are now looking at locking in the first series of their postseason climb, of their efforts to get up to those semifinals tomorrow. It's within their grasp, and so Quackheads really have to turn it up and battle back to prevent Everest from running away with the series.
Everest gonna re-grab to that loose disc now, and Bad Elmo is going to take that 3-pointer. They extend the lead to 4 here. Exactly how they needed to respond here to keep that lead, to take this in 2. But will Quackheads let them take it in 2, or are they gonna continue on fighting?
This is the question. Plenty of time, 4.5 minutes left to work with, so by no means are they really feeling the pressure just yet. Yes, they are down now, and they are in their potential series losing round, but they've got time to work with as the headbutt comes in to disrupt what seemed to be a pass, ends up bouncing up to the top of the zone, back into Quackhead's possession. They're going to continue to try to apply the pressure here up into the zone. There's a good pass that does go just a touch wide, set up for that backboard. Doesn't go to that player. It ends up getting slapped away by the defense, and a good bit of defensive work inside the zone from Everest sets them up for an attack. Here's a good shot from Bad Elmo as he's waiting for that bounce pass off to the back of the zone. And Everest with an 11-5 lead here, looking very good.
Looking very good at that, a 6-point lead. Yes, I am mathing correctly. It's too early in the morning to do maths, but that's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Crackheads now with that just advantage, moving forward with it, looking for those pass options. The stack there from Everest, getting that stun off, looking for that shot, potentially not quite bouncing in the right way, and Martin the third is going to take it in for another 2 points.
And this is tough if you're Quackheads because you're really still not even out of it. With 3 minutes left, you can put a couple of, just like Everest have, a quick couple of goals can be scored and the gap can be closed. It's just a matter of really pushing through here. And this is when you really do need to push through because you can't afford to lose rounds right now. This is the road to this. This is the postseason. You really only get one loss, and then your next round you're being eliminated. So with the double elimination format, very little forgiveness if you do not end up winning your way through. And right now, Quackhead staring at down the barrel of a potential loss as Everest continue to tick this clock down and maybe even put a few more points on the board. There's a good intercept from Gobshite to prevent that.
Gobshite now with the disc, looking for that clear. The stack is there for the follow-up. Not quite able to get it on that backboard, almost making it. And Quackheads with the recovery there. Middle man finishing off that play.
Hey, just 2 threes. They're just 2 threes away. They've got the 2-minute drill of their life right here if they want to push this one back. And we'll see if they can dive out, get an intercept, really do something crazy here. But they're going to have to disrupt this offensive joust from Everest and get this disc into their hands. There's a great rollout, an insane rollout. The pass goes completely through the hands of the triple stack on the hunt for it. Ends up floating right into Everest possession for an open goal 3, and that might be the nail in the coffin. I don't know now if they can score 3 threes and only now what is a minute and a half of round time.
There is still mathematically possible. They're going to have to score fast here on the open goal now. Able to take that 3-pointer, and they are back within 2 threes. That is exactly what they needed to do to respond here. A 9-second goal time there. They need to respond fast here. They need to get that disc back, and I believe they will have to score in roughly 30 seconds to be able to still mathematically do it.
Yeah, diving out here, trying to intercept off the QB. A bit of a pass that goes wide, an opportunity for the stack to get down. A stun that goes just missed. Irony Man throws the punch and it sends itself wide. The clock ticking down, like you said, they have limited time to score this 3. Here it comes though, the pass up to the top of the zone, the stack's there. They're trying to take the shots and it's intercepted by Steffo. He's had some huge intercepts today. Re-intercepted by Gobshite. They're gonna continue to apply the pressure. The 3 goes just a bit wide. The clock continues to tick down and Everest shutting down these attempts. Well, just barely getting away with these attempts, not coming all the way through. And now it is looking like Everest will lock in round 2 and the first series of the day. A commanding performance from this Everest team, from both teams, really. And it's got me excited for the rest of this, for the rest of day 1 here of this postseason. I can't wait to see these matchups. And it's got me curious how the other games are going because like we've been saying, there's plenty of other action live right now. You can head on over to twitch.tv/VR Master League to catch the games that are live. You can also go into venues to watch those if you do have an Oculus Quest 2. And you can obviously watch games here. We have another matchup right after this. I think it will be Everest versus Team Gravity versus isn't it? Oh, I thought it was the winner of this game faces Team Gravity. That's what I was thinking. But maybe, well, either way, we'll figure it out. Team Gravity will be here next. Whoever they're facing off, we will see. But, man, going to be some good games up ahead. You do not want to miss them. Kit, any thoughts on this Quackheads Everest series before we take a break?
It definitely was close there. Everest able to pull it back, getting those goals right when they needed them. And Quackhead's almost getting the response there, but the defense from Everest just absolutely pulling it out and able to pull it off.
Yeah, stepping up when they needed to. They did a great job to shut down the Quackheads' attempts right when they were going. When it really mattered. And a great battle between both squads. This is what I expect in the postseason, and so far it's delivered. more games to come, as we mentioned. But for now, maybe check out some of the other live action on the other channels, and then we'll be kicking it off with more of the postseason when round 2 begins. For now, don't go anywhere.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Would you make up your mind? 'Cause I'm getting tired of overthinking every move you make. And I can help you decide who you're loving now and how I'm not quite there.
Yeah, the near side trap going to be picked up by Game. Trying to send out, but Jason there with the recovery going to be sent all the way through. Picked up there by Mozzie. Mozzie has the open lane. Whoa! What a save there from Ryan. It's one of the biggest saves in the round 2. It's getting sent all the way through. Jaywalker has an open lane, and that was on. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go.
Offensive players, once they get into the bubble zone, that's allowing them to stack up much more quickly as it's on the ground. Moonface, oh, what a save there by Cruzen, and he sends it out. And again, that stack is together.
Saves now as he recollects the disc and maybe look for an attacking opportunity, but this may be just as important, if not more important, than Challenger Cup, because this will get them for the opportunity to get into Challenger Cup. But Goran Jr.
bouncing out of the bubble back to his teammate though. Intentional pass, random cross pass to Lord of War. Lord bounce shot, and it's good. What a play! Sin take the lead 4-2.
3 is a 3, as I'm not sure anyone says, but it's a fact. So now, flying in, taking it is Zach, and putting 3 more on the board.
He's looking, he's juking, he's passing over to Pam, and Pam is going to pass it to Frost, who's going to sink it in for 2 early on here in this first round.
Let's see how Valkyries can respond here. They can't let that get them down.
See Swag War as well in the chat, and I see a Cal 3-point goal. How about that? What was that? 2 seconds.
But unfortunately, no one was there to pick it up. That's going to get picked up by Menacing Mage. Menacing Mage over to Aureliorum. Aureliorum back over to Recep, who's going to sink it in.
Looking like Niles could not find the disc, as Stody can find the disc. Down to Niles for the slam dunk, making an amazing response.
Pushing out as the lone man, the lone pressure, the forecheck. Jewel going to start walking up with this one. They have 2 of the bubble, passing it there to Speedy. What a setup.
Actually, sits that much farther down. That's not a bounce shot, but it's going to get picked up by his teammate, and they're going to hit the post. No! But there's not over yet, and the second time, it's good.
open like a bigger bird. And I hate that I never really know if I should stay or leave. I've been watching you with dark eyes every night.
Can't tell time. Actually, I've always known that. I am chronologically challenged. As Av is going to send that no way. Is that going to be?
Stack there to recover it. It's going to go for a clear, but unfortunately there, Isolate playing very far back for High Voltage. Is going to recover it. Lulz on the recovery, going to go for a pass onto Goran Jr., who's going to juke, going for the one more pass, and Lulz able to secure the first round for High Voltage.
Back in the hands of Aiden. Aiden going low now. Pass to Crispy. Crispy walking it in. Can he do it? Bounce shot. Oh. No, it's recovered by Pigeon. They needed 3 though. They need the goalie. Oh!
They got it! They got it! We're going to overtime! No! You cannot do this.
Now that's going to be through the tube. These stacks, the double stacks are there. The shot is going to be stopped. Talk about that defense getting back at the right time, but it's still in the hands of Helmet. Helmet, another save from Howler. Talk about this defense. They're not letting Helmet put any more points on the board.
Bound to neutral zone. Who's there first? No one. It's eventually going to be Tejada. Tejada, no, gets stolen from his hands. X open 3, but gets stunned. Who's going to be there? Catnip. 3 points.
But Cadmon taking an early lead. They are the higher seeded team, I do believe, and definitely maybe showing that 1 rank difference. It's quite large.
Careful because there are a lot of converging defenders. Tries to slice it over to the side. A steal from Sendo. Another shot from Sendo. And send in for 3.
All the way down to the orange side of the arena. Mamba now slapping it right to his teammate. That was actually a behind the back blind slap. Zach slowing it down, really patient, slapping it down, passing it to Duke. Duke trying to pass across the Caption. Caption back to Duke, and then Duke in the top pocket over the goalie. Really well played off the bat. Synapse coming out strong.
You don't wanna know. Lost track of time, don't know how to feel, but I'm not sorry. I'm lost in your eyes, are you even real? But don't you worry, I'm not looking for the one, no,
Aurora, but Anomaly instead right there. That chain. Oh man, we cannot stop talking about it and just how fast it is. Now, this one picked up by Acorn and with a little over the head.
Moments that a turnover happens and Seven's been able to turn those around and convert them into points. Oh no, another one. Citizen lock shot. Unbelievable. They're up by 9.
Wow.
defense as Jaywalker getting in the offense. Well, almost, but instead picked off. And that's another clear, and that's another goal. And guess who?
Clear.
He might gonna take it in. It is a 2-on-1. Looking for that pass across to Tipu. Tipu now with the disc. That defender got baited out, and a shot there from Tipu.
Yeah, heck with it now on the back line. 2.5 minutes to go in the second round. Paper looking to end this one in 2. Oh, they're still tied. Setup. What a setup.
No! Bartstar denying it as it is going to bounce into the midfield. Bushibo now with the disc. Bushibo over. Woo! What?
Players and now slapped down. It looks like it will be Palace to collect this one. Palace going for the cross to the law, he puts it in.
A great save there by Chris Custom, able to pick it up and clear it back down the field. It is now loose.
City, still so far from home. I've searched for you on my cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
At this explosive Joker offense, getting the stop is Swag War, so we'll deny that opening start, and they'll get the boost down court. They will be at ceiling, they'll find possession, and they'll take this shot in the law, putting 3
of nice quick passes here, sending it up to the top. Lovely pass there, passing it back. Legit now holding it. Stuns there, lovely stun.
Or sending that one cross, gonna be ahead of its target, but pursuing it will be Team Gravity. Viatrex now down to the floor. Does this angle exist? And it does. That pass to Lowrider.
Savage Joes has improved over their current games. The stacks are out. Both stacks are getting really close as blue team flubs their matches. Average Joes puts it in for 2. Taco Pig not taking any time.
A lot of stuns coming through now at the floor will be picked up and set back towards that bubble, looking above the goal, and the slap from Acorn will finish that one off. Getting the grab on that will be Ghost Duck and trying to get that dribble through mid. It will be picked up by Ryruff. Ryruff sending that pass forward. This is a chance. And Ghost Duck, but the save denying that. It's shut down by this defense. This defense is going to find that clear through. Now they're on offense. Now they're going to take this shot. And Ali, we talk about Ali, and Ali does it right around.
Yeah, as you said, Mad was not looking at the cut passes. He was expecting a shot there. As Mad with the long shot off the backboard, not going to get saved by anyone.
One, as that's going to bounce off the crossbar.
Yeah, nice move by Citizen, but not quite able to finish. Elusive picks it up. Zuck's hanging out on the shield, but to the backside, Jake Tabaka.
But shutting that one down will be Winter on the back line.
Yeah, as he clears it down midfield, both of the stack from it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Echo Arena VRML Season 3 postseason. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I am joined by my co-caster, Kit Catastrophe. Kit, are you hyped up for our second matchup of this postseason, day 1?
I am absolutely. While it'd be very early in the morning for me, I would rather be awake right now because Echo is live at the moment, and I cannot wait to see how the rest of this day plays out.
Yeah, well, you'll be awake for sure when this series kicks off. Team Gravity versus Everest. Everest, obviously, the underdog here when you're looking at Gravity, undefeated record going in. They had that bye as the #1 team in the Master tier, so they didn't have to play the first round, and now they're going up against the winners of the match we just watched. So Everest are coming in fresh, and we're going to dive into round 1 to see who comes out with the initial joust. And it's going to be Everest, as it does almost seem like a slow rollout coming in there from Gravity, maybe a defensive rollout.
Just going loose there, however, it's still recovered there by Everest. A great intercept by Gravity there, clearing it downfield. It is going to bounce into that bottom trench area. Now Gravity looking for that long shot, not quite able to make it. Now looking to walk it forward, going for that reset now. Going to slow down the play here. The goal is open and a misread there. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication. Getting the first points on the board here is Gravity.
Yeah, typically you send only one to dive out for that kind of disrupt, and it seemed like, to your point, maybe a touch of miscommunication as the goalie also goes on the hunt for that disc, leaving the goal completely open. A nice cross pass gets through, and ultimately Team Gravity are on the board. A rare missed 3 as well, so maybe a little bit of the first round jitters in effect there, allowing at least Everest to stay away from a 3-point goal getting sunk in. And as I say that, an open goal 3 gets drained by Louis, and Gravity off to a great start with a 5-0 lead.
Definitely a great start there from Gravity. Everest going to need to respond here and respond fast. Let's see what they can do, and we're about to find out what they can do. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here.
Yeah, trying to push up through the midfield off of their offensive joust, and it's just, again, disrupted by this Team Gravity team. There's a great intercept by Steffo. Steffo putting up a lot of great intercepts in the first round, really doing a great job on defense to disrupt the offensive setup. And again, another great snag there. Does allow Everest to get the disc back into their possession, albeit for a brief moment of time, and try and set something up. A bit of a pass goes wide there and is instantly punished, scooped up by Louis, and back pass to Simon. Now Lowrider trying to push it up through the midfield. You got to be careful of the Team Gravity stacks coming through as the full force of the defense does get back into the zone of Everest.
Disc is now loose here, looking to be picked up by Gravity there, going for that pass across. Faster to passes here, in absolute control over the disc. They just are able to stay on top of it. Probably trying to wind down the clock a little bit here, but still keeping in control. Going to keep that defense on their toes.
Yeah, and they're just trying to draw out this defense here. There's a good pass to the side of the zone. A very awkward angled shot ends up dinging off the side. Maybe a backboard attempt would have been the right move there. Maybe it was even a pass to the front of the goal. Either way, an anchor shot 3 from a mile away tries to get sunk in, quickly intercepted and full cleared by Everest. Maybe they can get down here in time to challenge this, but it seems like their stacks are being disrupted in the midfield as Gravity is able to get back with plenty of time and push this again back into Everest's zone.
Everest now with the disc, looking to walk it forward and maybe try and bait out the defense, open it up a little bit. The stack coming in incredibly fast there. The pass across, a great stun by Everest. Maybe able to capitalize on it, not quite. The disc is missed there by Gravity, but still able to be recovered. Looking for that pass across. The cross passes here, looking for that bubble play. Oh, going a bit dirty on that goalie, 7 meters out, going for that longer 2, bouncing off the post there and bouncing in.
Really nice shot there to find the angle that he could thread it through, and Gravity now with a 7-point lead, exactly how they want to kick off the start of their postseason, exactly how they want to enter into day one. And now it's up to Everest to bounce back here. A good bit of passing up through the zone does open up an opportunity for them to try and get set up on the goal. It almost seemed like they were baiting that open goal for just a second, trying to force that shot, but it doesn't come through, and ultimately the defense is able to juke and stun out Everest. A great dodge from Simon there to duck under the defense and find himself an open goal 3. Puts Gravity up 10-0 now. They are really starting to run away with this one in round 1.
Absolutely creating a snowball here, perhaps an avalanche, but a great pass there across. They are trying to shake that stack a little bit, but the stack is broken there. Looking for that pass, maybe an open 3. Oh no, just dinging off the post there. Able to be recovered there by Gravity, looking for that clear out. The stack following up. The stack is broken, however, can Everest get their stacks back? 2 players in the bubble there going out for that 3 and able to get the anchor shot off the bottom of the shield there.
And I mean, that is, a play that they could afford to take the risk on. They didn't need another 2 to put their lead up 12-0. They want to push it up. They're looking for the mercy at this point, so they want the most points they can score. And while there was certainly an open goal 2 in front of him, he passes it back to allow for the anchor shot off of the shield and a 3-point goal to get going. Finally, Everest here with an attack, and a great stun comes in. A good pass to the bottom of the zone gets disrupted, and now the full clear back into Team Gravity's hands. They're looking to continue to apply the pressure, and a 3-point backboard shot from Louis puts their lead up 16-0.
They're certainly running away with this, definitely creating an avalanche there. Absolutely firing off and getting a massive lead here. It's still not impossible to come back, but the mental game here is definitely going for that long backboard. Once again, feel there. Huh?
Yikes. They are, yeah, this is Gravity being Gravity. This is why they are undefeated in the regular season, because they play at a very good high level. I mean, we just saw Everest arguably do great and win their first round of the postseason, and now they are struggling to get a point on the board. Nearing a mercy as Lowrider pushes forward. A cross pass there gets snagged from what seems like the full reach of Simon's arms and put in for 2. Team Gravity secure themselves a mercy in round 1. Their first round of the postseason is a mercy. I mean, it doesn't get more intimidating than that. It doesn't get better than that for Gravity.
I am just absolutely a bit shook there. What a round.
Yeah, I hear. I mean, unfortunately, stats there a little wonky, so we're not going to exactly get a perfect representation of what they are, but hopefully we can get those sorted in the second round. Either way, I don't think it really would matter, just because of how much Team Gravity was able to do there. Score 21 unanswered points, and I mean, now if you're Everest, you got to be a little bit, a lot of bit concerned. This is the team that you're going to have to beat at the end of the day if you do end up making it to the final. Well, I suppose that's my call. that's what I'm saying. I think this is the team that they're going to have to beat at the end of the day if they do make it to the semifinals or the finals. And so, for Gravity to do this at the start of this round, it is, wow, it's, I suppose we've seen at this level, we have seen mercies come through, and then suddenly a team bounce back. Suddenly a team recover and present themselves as a competitive round 2. So I'm not going to say that Everest isn't going to be able to do anything here in round 2, but the momentum very clearly has shifted into Gravity's favor. Everest having a tough go there in round 1, coming off of a 2-0 series win, so they were feeling good. To just be shut down like that is rough, and we are having some tech difficulties as we wait for the full these lobbies to fill up, so that's why we are in a bit of a pause between rounds 1 and 2, but I guess it gives us a moment, Kit, to shout out everyone that's tuning in here into the postseason. We do appreciate everyone that's been hanging out in chat. Looking for those giveaways that have been sprinkled here and there already, from what I can tell, across these channels. So you're going to make sure to watch, really everything. Get up that multi-stream. Be watching the streams over on VR Master League. Be watching them over here on 2 and 3. We got 3 channels live of VRML postseason action. So there's a lot of good, Echo Arena to be had. Be sure to be checking all of those different channels, especially while we're in this bit of a brief intermission. There's the bracket for you. You can kind of see where we're currently at. Clockwork, for those that weren't watching the other channels, taking their W 2-0 on VR Master League on the twitch.tv/VR Master League. Hyperion coming out on top in a best of 3. Just able to scrape away that W from Ribbit, and we're approaching that the losers bracket. That's really when things get dicey. That's when, if you lose, you're done for the season. Everything that you've been working for ends. And so, these teams very much looking down the barrel of the end of their season. And I guess, hey, it's it's gonna end in 2 days either way, but it's they want all these squads want to push it to that finals tomorrow. So certainly a good bit on the line here, and not sure what the holdup is. Hopefully not much longer of a technical pause, but Kit, I guess we had the OCE day one of the postseason go through. What are your thoughts on what you saw there? Was it did it deliver to your expectations?
It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, it sounded like some exciting games from what I could tell. They're going to best of threes every game, it seemed like.
Every game on venues went to 3 rounds. So the 4 Horsemen versus Last Centurions went to 3 rounds. Last Centurions coming on the top there. Then Leviathan versus Last Centurions. Last Centurions winning the first round by 1 point. Then Leviathan coming in with the reverse sweep, taking that one down. Then we had... Oh, who do we have? That was a few hours ago now.
That's fine. If you can't recall, I can't blame you. There's it's tough to keep track of all of the action and all of the games, especially when you get into these tournament mode when you're casting a ton of back-to-back action. I totally understand. I think we are still, again, like I said, waiting for that 4th to join from Team Gravity. But yeah, that sounds like a fantastic couple of OCE matches. Certainly interesting to say the least. And wow, I mean, hey, unfortunately, I was asleep during those finals, prepping for this EU early couple of games, and so far it's been quite exciting. Gravity now, again, just waiting for their 4th to reconnect. I think we may cut to a brief intermission. Hopefully we're not paused for much longer, but while we're in that intermission, you guys can check out the other streams that are live over on twitch.tv/VRMasterLeague, as well as Echo Arena _VRML3. Go sort of check out those streams, see what's going on there, and then come back once we have gotten... Oh, well, maybe we don't have... Maybe they'll come back. Maybe don't go anywhere if you want to see Team Gravity. The unpause is coming. I got to wonder, are they going to take the 3v4? Wow. Yeah, I think they're going to have to go into the 3v4. Maybe a chance for Everest here. I mean, geez. I'm not sure what the circumstance is that has led to Gravity not having their 4th. But I guess this is really the perfect time to make the argument for having a full roster filled with subs. I mean, now would have been a great time to be able to dip into their active sub roster if they had that, if they had additional players that they had been bringing in throughout the course of the season. But we're seeing now a bit of the consequence of that. And okay, geez, I mean, it was getting me nervous there for a second. I thought we were going to go into a 3v4. He has reconnected, but still, my point holds true. I think the subs definitely can hold value, especially if they can get rid of some of the stress that you may be under as a team like Team Gravity might be when you're trying to compete for your Season 3 European Finals. We're off to the races with round 2 now as the joust comes in, and Everest take an early dispossession.
A great stun there, and a Dusty coming through the pass downfield to the stack there. It doesn't quite get clear, but the stack is on top of it, able to get the disc down, following it up. Not quite making it there. Everest getting a hand on it, gonna tap it back.
Yep, able to slap it away, prevent the chaos of Team Gravity as they have been, well, put up 21 unanswered points so far in this series, and now they've got themselves their hands on the disc again, and a good bit of juking coming in from Simon to get past this defense, and the shot on goal dings just a touch wide. Back into the hands of Team Gravity, though. The offensive pressure continues as everyone brawls for disc inside the zone, and finally Everest clears it out with a great clear into the tunnel. An open goal 3 opportunity potentially here. The mail slot shot goes just a bit wide. A quick rebound for them to react to, and while they were looking for maybe an opportunity for a 3, Everest secure themselves at least a point on the board as they take a lead 2-0.
Great way to respond here. Exactly what they needed to in this second round to stay in it.
Yep, a great answer and a great kickoff to this round 2 for this Everest team. We'll see how long they can keep this lead as they do intercept the offensive joust from Team Gravity. Maybe this time between rounds has given Everest a little bit of time to reset. I was going to say cool down, but they should be pretty cold already. They are the tallest mountain. A quick pass from Louis comes in, and they sink it in for 2. Gravity's back on the board.
Tied game. Hopefully it can stay there and stay that way because I am a massive fan of tied games here. Let's see how Everest can respond. Can they take this second round? Will Gravity take it in 2?
Oh man, they will if they pull off plays like that. Lowrider with a very quick dive out and intercept. A great snag and a great open goal 3. I mean, that was a very quick intercept to shot. I don't think there was maybe more than a second between him intercepting that disc and taking that shot. Really nice job from Gravity now. And just like that, they've got themselves a 3-point lead. 5 quick points to get themselves back into this game. And Everest brawling for dispossession, nearly intercepted again by Steffo. He's gotten his hands on the disc a lot with some great snags, but couldn't quite disrupt the setup there. A crazy backboard shot that goes complete. I mean, Simon just drains it in.
Some amazing plays here, certainly at that. And just Gravity obviously showing their experience here. Just absolutely incredible plays there. A missed clear by Everest. They're still able to recover it. Not going to quite able to make that pass off. Getting the stun there. And another Dusty coming through. And it still is in the possession of Gravity here. Keeping control over that disc. Looking for those passes. Looking for that long 3. Maybe another miscommunication there. The goal was open. And they absolutely capitalized on it here. 11 unanswered points. In not very much time at all.
Yeah, and I think what Gravity did there is they just played too fast for Everest. Their pass is so on point and so quick that they just quickly zigzag the disc right up to the zone, and suddenly there's an open goal 3 opportunity. They've found a couple of them so far in this series, and it's it just goes to show you how quick Gravity is, how quick they read the team's defense and then react off of it. And Everest just, again, having a tough time even getting through the midfield. They managed to get that early too, but since then it's been 11 points quickly put up on the board in the last couple of minutes. And there's another, I mean, an instant shot as soon as it's in their hands. The disc goes towards the goal. A quick stack from Louis there, and he finds himself 2. They're looking for another mercy, I think, in round 2.
I think they are as well. They're absolutely coming out blazing after that initial score from Everest there. Just absolutely showing their experience and their strengths. They are absolutely faster in every way. Just able to do it extremely well. Looking for a pass down there is Everest. Not quite able to connect. Looking to recover it is Gravity. Able to get a hand on it. Looking for that clear now. The stack follow-up coming in from Everest. Getting there first. And it will be picked up once again by Gravity here. Looking for that reset pass. Resetting it now. Looking for that pass down to the floor. Going to move it forward perhaps. No. Playing it slow here. Keeping control over the disc.
Oh my goodness. And a crazy slap in from Lowrider adds another 2 to the Gravity lead. You don't even have time to react to that play almost. And it's... It's a very quick 2 that gets sunk in. Everest having a tough time working out of the midfield here, and we'll see if they can get through on their offensive joust. They do actually manage to push through, and an open goal 3 opportunity presents itself. Goes just a touch wide. A missed pass to Steffo is instantly punished, and that's been the theme coming in from Gravity. They have been punishing any mistake that Everest has presented, any missed pass, any misclear, any pass too slow, intercepted, disrupted, or stunned is the theme that's been coming in from Gravity, and they've been able to weather what was a good offensive push up from Everest, and now are going back onto the attack as the disc floats around into the midfield. The clock ticks down, and well, that works out for Team Gravity because with a 15-2 lead, Everest is going to need all the time in the game they can get to come back from this. They really aren't able to get their hands on the disc.
They really aren't. Gravity just has control here. The passing plays, we're going to bring it into that bubble now and look for that shot. They take their lead to 15.
Yeah, and again, what it is it's just this Gravity offense pulling apart the Everest defense. They're having a very tough time properly setting up their man-on-man defense, or at least their zone defense inside that bubble to prevent the attack to come in. Their goalies are diving maybe a touch too early and they don't have the backup there. It's very quick reactions from Gravity that make it very hard. And again, any little mistake gets punished. So any early dive, any missed dive, quickly punished by Gravity, and with no one back in time, the Stack's there to snag the goal and sink in a 3. They're now 2 away from locking in the Mercy for round 2.
Everest is going to need to respond fast here. I do think we are also out of mathematical time, so I believe Gravity will take this round no matter what. The intercept there, going for that long backboard, not quite able to make it though, but the recovery is able to get it, ending the round with another Mercy.
This is scary. If you are looking, if you're on the EU bracket right now, if you're competing to try and work into the finals, you do not want to go up against Gravity right now on day 1. They have come out the gate swinging with full force. 2 Mercy rounds against Everest, who have just come off of a good series win. I mean, Gravity just looking really clean here today in this postseason, and to no surprise, truly. I mean, again, they're undefeated so far in this season, and they're undefeated for a reason. It's because they are the team that has put up, they have incredibly quick stacks, very accurate passing, very good at punishing any small mistakes, and then capitalizing off of that punishment. I mean, being very quick with their reactions. It's just overall textbook play on how to do it from the Team Gravity team there that gets them that win. And, despite Everest having momentum going into that second series of the day, it just did not matter as Gravity proved that they are a team that is looking to take this Season 3 finals for EU. I think we do have, like I said, other games live right now. So we have VR Master League live with some action, and as well as Echo Arena _VRML 3. We'll be cutting to a brief intermission as those games play out, and then we'll be coming back for more. I think we go down into the losers bracket, if I'm not mistaken, and like I mentioned, that's where you really get into the meat and potatoes of this double elimination. That's where people are ending their seasons and getting cut out from day 2. So definitely some good hype to be delivered there. You're going to want to be tuning into those games when they come in. But for now, we are going to cut to a bit of a break as we let these rounds finish off. Don't go anywhere. More Echo Arena Season 3 postseason action coming at you.
We have Team Gravity. Viatrex, the captain of Team Gravity, is with me. Now, Viatrex, how do you expect the finals to go for you?
Pretty good, honestly. The scrims are going as expected. We know what the teams will do and how we will deal with them. The season went good so far. We stayed undefeated. Even though Intoxicated got very, very close. But in the end, they didn't. And on finals, we will assure we're going to be a different Gravity. And whoever we will face in the end, it's not going to be that close again.
And you've won every season so far. What would you do if you don't win this season?
Everybody wants to know this. I guess we will never know.
We have Team Gravity. Viatrex, the captain of Team Gravity, is with me. Now, Viatrex, how do you expect the finals to go for you?
Pretty good, honestly. The scrims are going as expected. We know what the teams will do and how we will deal with them. The season went good so far. We stayed undefeated. Even though Intoxicated got very, very close. But in the end, they didn't. And on finals, we will assure we're going to be a different Gravity. And whoever we will face in the end, it's not going to be that close again.
And you've won every season so far. What would you do if you don't win this season?
Everybody wants to know this. I guess we will never know.
We have Team Gravity. Viatrex, the captain of Team Gravity, is with me. Now, Viatrex, how do you expect the finals to go for you?
Pretty good, honestly. The scrims are going as expected. We know what the teams will do and how we will deal with them. The season went good so far. We stayed undefeated. Even though Intoxicated got very, very close. But in the end, they didn't. And on finals, we will assure we're going to be a different Gravity. And whoever we will face in the end, it's not going to be that close again.
And you've won every season so far. What would you do if you don't win this season?
Everybody wants to know this. I guess we will never know.
We have Team Gravity. Viatrex, the captain of Team Gravity, is with me. Now, Viatrex, how do you expect the finals to go for you?
Pretty good, honestly. The scrims are going as expected. We know what the teams will do and how we will deal with them. The season went good so far. We stayed undefeated. Even though Intoxicated got very, very close. But in the end, they didn't. And on finals, we will assure we're going to be a different Gravity. And whoever we will face in the end, it's not going to be that close again.
And you've won every season so far. What would you do if you don't win this season?
Everybody wants to know this. I guess we will never know.
We have Team Gravity. Viatrex, the captain of Team Gravity, is with me. Now, Viatrex, how do you expect the finals to go for you?
Pretty good, honestly. The scrims are going as expected. We know what the teams will do and how we will deal with them. The season went good so...
Now, moving on to Team Envy, and with me, I have Denials. Denials, how do you improve and fix mistakes?
I really obsess over decision points, and I don't focus on an actual mistake when it, like, not the mistake itself, but the 30 seconds leading up to it. And in reality, that's just me telling you why you're bad all the time in game. I spend a lot of time in Replayer. A shout out to NTS Friends in Zenith. They've done some amazing work. And that helps me show what I see to my team, and that's what we do a lot. So I make videos and we go off the Replayer, and then I can show people how we got there and what we need to be better.
And how do you think the finals will go for you?
To be honest, I don't really expect that much. I'm really thankful to BK National Influence Study.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Everest was newly formed in Season 3. How did this team come together?
I started start from scratch again, I suppose. Kind of my thing after each season to have to start from scratch. I guess it's a fun experience every time to try to sort of grab as good of a team as you can get at that point in time. But I think it was start out with me and Elmo. I guess that's how most teams are formed. It's like two people, and then you sort of start to branch out and see what can you get to complement your team. We got Elmo, which is it's a Rift player from I think a year back or something. I think he started back in preseason, I think. I might be wrong, but yeah, he's relatively experienced and played in like the whole VRML thing. And then Conrad, who is he's the only player actually playing on the quest, but he's a quest player from start. And then we start out with Wee Laddie, who was also a quest player, but figured the sort of discrepancy, the age difference was a bit too much there, so we decided to switch him out for Steffo, who also had been playing with Elmo. But yeah, so that's another thing that I've noticed noticed that it's the same thing with my previous team, the Alpha Ducks. It's easy to get, like, if you can get a pair of players that already familiar with each other, especially if they are doing a stack, if they're like front strikers or something, then it's a lot faster to make them sort of work in a team if they already have a good regrab understanding with each other. So we've had this lineup since like right before the first Challenge Cup or something, so like 6 weeks or something.
What preparation did you do as a team and personally for this Challenger Cup?
I think it's the same thing as we did for the last Challenger Cup, which is I try to find matches, like the most recent matches of the teams we're playing, and I try to look at the playstyle, and most notably I look at the rollouts, because I mean we're kind of known for that, and it's kind of how we're always been doing things. It's like we're kind of obsessed with the rollouts and trying to sort of find a weakness in the rollout, or try to choose sort of, I mean we have our set of rollouts that we do, but sometimes I look at whatever they are doing, and then maybe let's say, okay, let's focus on these rollouts against this team because they are sort of man marking a lot, or they're doing this and that, right? So yeah, I go through the videos I can find, the matches that are most recent, and try to see how they are running their rollouts, and try to sort of do a small write-up for the team, where I say, okay, this is like, if they focus on stacking, for example, then I'm going to go and do a little bit more brawling, and if they're passing more, then I tell my teammates to try to man mark them a little better and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it.
Before the Cup started, who were you most concerned about as an opponent, and did any team or player surprise you?
I would say we were probably most concerned about Clockwork, because they were a new formed team, but we know all the players are good, like they're strong players individually. So, and still in this game, you can basically if you take good players and throw them into a team, then that's going to be a pretty strong team, like right off the bat. That's sort of the team that we were most concerned about, definitely. And I would say also we were a bit worried about Exploited, because they replaced Galti with Sir Dominic, which was in my team last season, and was still, like, to my knowledge, in my opinion, one of the most underrated like players in Europe still, especially like solo stuff, like, yeah, just sort of the ability to come into a situation and come out winning, even though you were in a really sticky spot, like, so yeah, it was definitely like concerned about that for sure. Other than that, I think that the teams we played the other teams quite a lot, so we kind of knew what they were capable of, so yeah.
Your team went undefeated throughout this Challenger Cup. Was there ever a point you thought that your team might lose?
Actually in the very first game, because like coming into the Challenger Cup, I think we expected to win against one team, and we were sort of thinking we would probably also win 2 matches. But then I think winning 3 matches, I think we were like, okay, that's probably the best possible outcome. That's going to be, winning 3 matches. So that's like that would be a win, basically, I think, because I also thought that it was going to be very even. So I thought even losing 2 matches would still maybe give us a chance to advance. But yeah, and we still, like, even the first match we had to struggle a little bit. Like, it wasn't easy by any means. So I think right then and there, it's like I was like still like, okay, yeah, this is gonna turn out as I thought. Like, we might win this one, but we probably won't win more than two matches, like max 3.
You've already played your first match in the Master Tier. How are you feeling about your second matchup in the Master Tier this weekend?
I'm feeling good about it. I think we have a good chance of winning that one, I would say. It's hard to tell. Like, Quackheads is one of those teams that's like, yeah, the most amount of players that have sort of stuck together for a long time. It's been years. So they're definitely, they are very, very well gelled together as a team. So yeah, and they're also very strong on the brawling, and have a very, very good goalkeeper. So have to watch out for that.
was newly formed in Cycle 2. How did this team come together?
Both me, Ares, and Okina were like freeloaders. We didn't really belong anywhere. Especially me. For those who don't know, some people may know, but I played a lot in North America, even though I'm Europe. So basically what started happening was we started playing a lot of mixed scrims, or in North America that would be privates. And we did.
And welcome back, everybody, here to VRML 2. We have another one for you here. Quackheads versus Blank in our first proper elimination round here in this finals tournament. Of course, over there on channel 3, you'll have Hellbent versus Ribbit, another elimination game. And then on venues, you've got Team Gravity versus Clockwork, not an elimination game. Both those teams still currently undefeated. So that's what's going on right now. I am Matsuda, and we joined here by Solar P, and we have Newton Dad running the camera. Solar P, this is a matchup. I mean, both these teams fighting to stay in this tournament. Double elimination. They've both already been served their first loss. Trying to prevent that second one here. This is going to be a quite the contest.
I mean, we've seen some of these teams, for instance, Blank, and even Quackheads. We've seen them. I think they were at the bottom for a while until I think they got a little bit of coaching from someone, and then they stayed up in like the middle zone, and so. Now I'm expecting some good things. A fairly even matchup. I played in a few pubs, I call them unlucky pubs whenever I have high ping on the wrong server. I call them unlucky pubs, but sometimes they can be really fun because you don't know what's going to happen. If you don't know if you're going to be at 200 ping or going to be at like 30. But with that being said, it will be the neutral joust here. It will be Quackheads on orange, Blank on blue. Dimly, take it away.
So we're going to get started here in round 1 between these two teams in this third round. First round of the lower bracket here of this finals. The middleman handling this one here for Quackheads off of that neutral joust, sending this one up into the hands of Gobshite. Gobshite, who will bring that one in for the 2. 8 seconds in. We're going to get a goal. You know, I haven't been able to do this for a long time. I'm going to do it right now. That one there from Gobshite in for the 2. And yeah, that was as cringy as it sounded, but I don't care. I love saying it.
That wasn't even that bad, Dimly, I'll be honest. But I mean, 30 seconds in. Oh, 30 seconds in, it will be Blank with the shots advantage. Paddish to handle it. Send it over to Twang. Twang down to J for Jack. J for Jack over to Toesies. Toesies gonna look for a cut pass, maybe a one-on-one, and the one-on-one has been taken. 5 meters away, 15 meters a second. A quick 2 down the tide.
Yeah, very quick there. 11 seconds. Yeah, less than a minute in. We've got both teams on the board here, 2-2 to tie it up. And excuse me as I adjust myself here. So it's going to be Quackheads here with this joust advantage. Exactly 1 minute into this first round. Middleman walking this one up, going to get stunned up, but still gets that pass off to Gobshite. Gob up to Irony Man. Irony Man going to cross that one up there to the boss. The boss going to go for that very wise reset as he gets stunned out, but with a good read there from J for Jack. J for Jack going to get this one cleared out. That one's into the bubble near the goal. Picked up by J for Jack. Stunned out, but Toesis with the slap is going to get that one in for the 2, and that is going to give Blank the lead here, 4-2 in round 1.
Round 1, 8 minutes and 30 seconds, or around 20 seconds left remaining. We're going to see what, I believe that is, yeah, Quackheads can do. I want to see what they can do because they've been doing so well in the past season, I believe, in the past. They have players that have played in Season 2, Season 1, I believe, but it will be tapped down to Boss, you know, send it up. The good lead there to Gobshite down to the floor to the boss. Gonna make some space on the floor, send it back over to Middleman at the middle zone, I should say. He's gonna walk it up here, not gonna be pressured. Gonna maybe try to bait out a defender. There is a goalie stunner, and it will be the boss gonna walk it in here, and putting it into the goal. The boss of that shot. Now we're tied in the first round.
A good goal there, yeah, tying it up once again. So we were first tied up 2-2. Now we're going to be tied up 4-4. Although possession advantage has shifted. This time it's going to be Blank with that possession advantage at the tie, whereas last time at the 2-2 it was Quackheads with the joust advantage at the tie. So Blank coming out on this rollout here. J for Jack, beautiful rollout, getting that one across there to Tozis. Tozis trying to go back to J for Jack, but Gob with a good read. Gets that one back to Middleman. Middleman going to send this one up. Beautiful send up there to the boss. The boss going to take a shot. Is this going to be on? I cannot tell. No, it's quite wide. And a good chain there from Blank. Is able to pick that one up as J for Jack looking for this clear. Does get it in the hands of the teammate. Trying to forward that one through mid, but it will be Middleman at mid. No. J for Jack with a big steal there. That chain is going to get up there uncontested. Goal is open. J for Jack backing out, trying to get that 3. Is instead going to have to come in for the 1v1. Looking for the 2, ultimately getting stunned out. Tozis for the recovery. Tozis going to go try to go to J for Jack, but that went off the mark and now out of the bubble.
Out of the bubble, picked up by Twang Pants. Twang. Just going to make some space here. They're going to send it across shoulder to Tozis. Tozis. The toes shot. Well, around to the chest area. Still for the 2 points. 13 meters a second. A soft one, I should say.
Yeah, good goal there. That's going to put Blank back in the lead here, 6-4. And that was that's kind of I mean, that right there is the importance of having, you know, when you get that tie, having the joust advantage in the tie. You know, it's even though the game is even, getting that slight advantage. Now they have the lead. Now are they going to be able to hold on to the lead? We're going to wait and find out. As the boss sending out up to Gob. Gob going to send this one near side into the hands of Irony Man. Irony Man going to cross that one back across there to the boss. The boss going to send that one out as they look to draw that defense, open up some space here. They do get a defenseman all the way out. If they continue to press up, they can get a 4v3, but only for a moment. It will be a good stop there by Paddish, getting that one cleared out of the bubble.
Out of the bubble, loose here, picked up by the boss. The boss going to send it low to the wedge where Middleman will be able to get the receive. Middleman going to make some space along the floor here. Going to be pressured, send it across to the Pac-Man, but going to be stunned out as J for Jack, and it's going to be tapped over to the boss. The boss going to look for the pass. No, just a 3-point off the head of Paddish, and they'll be back up by 1.
Back up by 1 indeed. Yeah, Quackhead's going to go up 7-6 here as we approach the halfway mark. We get away from the exchanging of the 2s there with that 3. And so now a 1-point lead as Blank. You know, the last time we were in a similar situation we were talking about, it was 4-4, and Blank had that advantage with that joust possession. Oh, Twang Pants is going to get that one in for the 2. They do retake the lead. But notable there that they didn't have they didn't have the advantage in the tie game. They had the joust possession at a 1-point deficit, but now with a 1-point lead, Blank gets that one on the board there.
I mean, yeah, they've been doing amazing. Blank keeping the 1-point lead with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left remaining. Middleman up to the ceiling. Irony Man down to that is the boss. The boss gonna look for his teammates here, sending across to Irony Man. Irony Man over across to Gobshite. Gobshite sending it low to Irony, but no one's gonna be there. It's gonna be bouncing off that boot and picked up by Paddish, and Paddish is gonna clear it through. Yep, as it goes all the way through into the zone of Quackheads.
Disc is still loose. Good chain there. Picked up by Tozis. Taking that shot. It's going to be off the left side boot. Far side out of the bubble. Picked up now by Paddish. Up to Tozis. Tozis going to send that one out to Twang Pants. Twang going to slow it down in the air. Maybe try to draw some of that defense out. Look for a pass option. Goes across there. Paddish going back to Twang. Twang with a little bit of room. Looking for the setup. Going up to J for Jack. Has to handle that one on the bounce. Now behind the goal there to Tozis, who will bring that one in for the 2. And that's going to give Blank a 3-point lead here in round 1. Going up 10-7.
I mean, 3 points, 3-point lead is always that's the only thing that they really need to keep that lead in, by 3 in 3 minutes and 40 seconds left remaining. 7-10 first round, and we'll be going to the hands of Quackheads, picked up by Middleman. Send it across over to Gobshite, but a chain there from Blank, and that shot is just gonna ding off the post from Twang Pants, and it'll be picked up by J for Jack, and J for Jack is just gonna let that go in, as it's gonna be 7-12 now in this first round.
Yeah, we're finally out of this. I think the first time in this, the first time in this game, we've got a 2-goal spread here. So 5-point differential, 12-7 in favor of Blank, as we're in the final 3 minutes. Still in the first round though. Middleman walking that one up, going to send it across there to Gob. Gob back to Middleman, and try to bait out that chain. They need to get it broken up, as Middleman instead will duck into the crevice of the tube there to get away from that chain. Smart move, as it does get them through mid, and the chain not attacking. What a setup there. The boss to Gob, and Gob is just going to set that one in for the 2, and they're back within 3.
I mean, good plays, good passing plays. Just even a cut pass, just one cut pass is always the best play to get you some points on the board. And putting points on the board is Quackheads, and they're down by 3 now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left remaining, and it will be Paddish to pick it up here. Send it over to Twang Pants. Twang Pants. Low across the Toesies. Toesies not looking at an open lane, but he's maybe going to walk in for a 2-on-2, but just dinging off the post. Very unfortunate. And no one's going to be home, though. Slapped out, almost slapped out by Gobshite, but it will be around the bubble area, and it will be picked up and sent through by Gobshite. But the interception there from Paddish. Paddish over to J for Jack. J for Jack over to Toesies. Toesies aiming for the Toesies, and he's going to bring it in for the 2.
That's going to put Blank back up by 6 here in this first round. We're in the final 2 minutes of the first round. And Quackhead's having a little bit of trouble catching back up here after Blank pushed ahead by the 2 goals. And once again, not only are they back up by 2 goals, excuse me, not only are they back up by 2 goals, but they are back up. Both of those goals would have to be 3s. But now Paddish, a turnover there. Paddish up to Toesies. Toesies, long shot. Middleman is not going to let that one happen. Hiding it in the bow tie there. Middleman going to walk, send this one up. Off the Pac-Man down the floor. Arnie Man trying to get that one picked up. J for Jack, though. Good stun. Good duck. And gets this one sent away. And a good, really good chain there to track it down. J for Jack, bring it in. 1v2. Stop there by the boss, who gets that one cleared.
Yeah, the boss. I mean, bossing the shot around. It been picked up by Gobshite. Gobshite trying to take that shot. Just going a little bit wide, though. And it might be, will be blanked with the recovery picked up by Gobshite. And the turnover is going to happen. It's going to be sent over to Middleman. Middleman looking forward to setting it up to the ceiling, but no, intercepted by Toesies. Toesies going to clear it all the way. Toesies going to clear it all the way through. It's going to be a chain. Good chain there. From J for Jack over to Paddish. Paddish to the backboard of Toesies, and that was a great play there. 30 seconds left remaining. We are out of mathematical time.
Yeah, that's certainly the ice right there. That's going to push him up by 7. We're only going to have about 21 seconds on the clock as we come out the 2. There's only enough time for 1 more goal. So yeah, comfortably taking the first round will be blanked. Waiting on this final score as Middleman handle this one. Off of that, joust up to Gobshite. Gobshite at mid, looking for the in pass. Does this get this one out? Hits the boss. The boss, though, getting stunned out by a very, very quick chain. As J for Jack looking for that clear. Final 10 seconds here. This is cleared all the way into the Quackhead zone. Far side trap. Toesies long shot. Is he going to hit it? Does. Beautiful goal there to cap this first round. 19-9 in favor of Blank.
Wow. Just the last shot, putting a cap on the anything just to get a few more points. Quackheads. It will be Toesies with that shot. That was a great shot, but a greater game, I should say. And we saw this last game, didn't we? But if we look at Toesies' stats, 15 points. 15 of the 19 points that Blank had, and this the spread. Paddish has she has the saves, and almost everyone from Quackheads has the saves, but everyone from Blank almost having assists besides Toesies. I'm pretty sure Toesies, he got all the points from J for Jack, as he does have the most assists. But I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to try to get everyone on the board there. So yeah. So Grimly, what do you have to say about this matchup so far?
I mean, it's fantastic showing there from Blank in that first round. I mean, that is a substantial point spread there, 19-9, and Toes is just absolutely catching fire in this game. Although I do want to point out, Middleman, the boss, and Gobshite all with a save apiece, showing how Quackheads, everybody on Quackheads contributing to the defensive side of things. But yeah, I mean, Toes is just absolutely on fire. Sometimes you just get a player who catches fire, who really gets into the zone, as they say. And looking round 2 here, Toes is looking to continue that trend, but as well, this Quackhead team going to look to shut him down in this next round as Middleman picks that one up off of that neutral joust, as there was a bit of a tussle for it, and will immediately turn over as Toesis, the man of the hour, is going to get this one cleared out.
Cleared out into the Quackhead zone, picked up for J for Jack, and J for Jack jump for Jack as he takes that shot, good for the 3 points, as they did win the first round.
There you go. First goal of round 2 will be J for Jack on the board here for Blank. 18 seconds in. So now Quackheads with this joust advantage, handled here by Middleman. Walking that up. Quick pass to the left side trap there to Gob through the tube. Not quite on target, but the bounces are favorable. So the boss is going to get that one picked up and sent near side. Irony Man, who goes ahead and resets that one to Middleman as they are through mid. A proper reset as middleman. Trying to get that one up to Gob. Gob, though, is not looking for it. This one, J for Jack will get the slap on it, sending it back to mid, not out. Down to the floor. Oh, no. J for Jack with a big pickup there. Big shot. Is that going to be on? No. Glancing off the bottom of the shield, and almost, the bounce itself almost going in as Tosis gets a hand on it. Tosis going to Paddish behind the goal, and Paddish will bring that one in for the 2, putting Blank up by 5.
I mean, the momentum off that 3 from Tosis on the last round, I mean, that momentum kind of boosted them up by 5 in the second round. But 8 minutes and 28 seconds left remaining. Will be Quackheads with the shots advantage picked up by Middleman. Gonna send it to the ceiling all the way through, actually, up into the upper trap zone, picked up by Bossman, or the Boss. Boss, back to Middleman. Just gonna send it low, back to the Boss. Boss is just gonna look for this offense here. Just gonna send it high, up to Gobshite. Over to the post and to the clock tower. It goes the Boss. The bossing of that shot. They're down by 3 in the second round.
Yeah, good first goal there in the second round. As Quackheads, need to make up for that first round. As a loss in the second round. As we mentioned at the start here, this is an elimination game. Quackheads lose this round, they are out of the tournament. They will be going home, packing, going to the golf links, as some say, as Gobshite is going to get this one sent into the bubble. What a bounce there off of that shoulder. You always hate those because you never see them coming, and they're so fast. They happen. They turn it around so quickly. That's hard to react to. As the Boss going to send this one up to Gob. Gob going to go for that reset to Irony Man. Nice disc movement here. Nice cycling. The Boss not getting that 1v1, although he has a couple cut options. No, not quite. Actually brings it in himself.
Ooh.
Gets it for the 2, and just like that, Quackheads are back within 1.
Back within 1, like you said, it will be, Blank with the shots advantage here. Around 7 minutes left remaining, and we gotta see what Blank can do. So I'm excited for this, as well. I always am, but it will be Paddish pick it up here. She's gonna just hold it along the ceiling. They're only up by 1, and a turnover would ultimately force a lead over to Quackheads, and it will be J for Jack here getting the receive off of Twang. Twang gonna be able to get the receive off of J for Jack. Twang over to J for Jack, and they intercepted by Gobshite. Gobshite's gonna be able to clear it all the way through into the low side trap, and it will be still loose here. No chains yet, but a one-man race. Will be Twang Pants sending it over to J for Jack. J for Jack down to the floor. No one's home though, and it's gonna be intercepted by Irony Man.
Send out there. It will turn it over. Twang Pants setting it up to Tosis, bringing it in. 1v2 as there was a pest in the goal there as well. Tosis gets that one in, and that is going to be a 3-point lead here to Blank off of that one as we are approaching just 4 minutes. I mean, we're still lots of time left in this game, and that is only a 1-goal spread there. That's 3 points. It's 1 goal, a long goal, but 1 goal nonetheless. So Quackhead's going to be coming out here with the shelf advantage. Middleman handling that one. Quick pass there to the Boss on the far side station. Boss going up. Gob, they're going to go a little give and go here in the tubes, try to break up that chain, get away from the chain. And they send that one back to Middleman on the back line, and the chain is broken up. So now looking to stack maybe. Gob is going to instead stay on that chain as they move through mid. Middleman sending that one up to the Boss. They've got a 2v2 here. No. Chain does return. A couple players returning, but there's an opportunity.
Wow.
Irony Man brings that one in for the 2. And again, Quackheads are back within 1.
That shot was all about placement. So, I mean, just a placement shot. It doesn't matter what kind of the speed is. So, sometimes it can if you're some kind of crazy player, like crazy good player, but it will be Blank with the shots advantage here. Paddish over to Twang. Trying to send it through, but no, intercepted by Gobshite. Gobshite's going to be sending it through into the lower trap, and it will be picked up by J for Jack and sent through into the lower trap zone. Picked up by Iron Man, and Iron Man's going to be able to clear it through back in the zone of Blank, but recovered by Paddish, and Paddish is going to send it to J for Jack.
And that clear will be all the way down into the bubble. Bouncing out of the bubble, Tosis with a pickup. Tries to pull that in there, ends up at the double stun. J for Jack, what a recovery there. He's going to get that one in for the 2. And once again, we see this trend here in this second round. Blank is going to take a 3-point lead again. And that's the power of a single 3 is going to keep them with this kind of lead, this kind of advantage for this. This is very hard on the mental game of the Quackheads.
I mean, they're only down by 3, so they could easily get a 3-pointer and make it tied and force an overtime if there isn't much time left. But it will be the Boss. here. Gonna look for a cut pass over to Irony. Irony gonna be able to get the recovery though. Send it over to Gobshite. Gobshite to the floor. Oh, that was a save from Paddish, and it'll be sent out of the bubble, picked up by Irony Man. Irony Man over to the boss over to Gobshite, but unfortunately gonna get stunned out by J for Jack, and J for Jack's gonna clear it all the way through.
When it's sent through, oh, good boost there. J for
Oh
Jack sends it
my.
in. And there we go. For the first time in this second round, we're going to get a 2-goal spread here. Blank is going to go up by 6. Not just a 2. That's a strong 2-goal spread. Both those goals having to be 3s. That's significant change of pace there from Blank.
I mean, yeah, they're down by 6, so it's still going to be a little bit harder with 3 minutes left remaining, but it will be Irony Man going to get the receive. Going to clear it all the way through. Going to be intercepted by Tozes. Going to be able to clear it through. Picked up by middleman over to Gobshite. Gobshite to the floor to the boss. The boss isn't looking at an open lane. He's just going to look for his passes, though. May just look for a cut pass over to Gobshite. Gobshite looking for the communication. But, I mean, no goalie stun. Just that pressure made him take that shot, and now it's only down by 3 points.
Yeah, back within 3 is Quackheads here with less than 3 minutes to go in the second round. You know, they're starting to feel that pressure in the final 3 minutes. This could be the last 3 minutes of their season if they cannot pull back into the lead here. As Paddish, quick pass there to Twing Pants through that tube. Going to take a careening bounce there to the far side chain. Not able to pick it up, but Middleman does. Middleman gets this one cleared out. It's behind Paddish on the back line, so still loose. Just looking for a good boost here. Ooh, overshooting was Twang Pants, picked up here by Middleman. Middleman near side wall, going to send this one up there to the boss. The boss going to Gobshite. Gobshite trying to go back to the boss, but Toes this with a good read, and that's a good clear. That one is all the way out into the Quackhead zone.
Into the lower trap area. No one's going to be there first, but Irony Man's going to get the recovery. But again, J for Jack. J for Jack with the shot awfully backward wide and picked up by Middleman. Middleman's going to be able to clear it through, but intercepted and off the head of Quackheads, and it'll be into the zone of Blank with the open lane with the backward shot, just going a little bit wide again, and it will be bouncing low into the floor zone, tapped out by Tozes.
Sent through that near side tube all the way down. It's going to get into the bubble there. Good stun there on Twang to stop any more of the bleeding from happening. As Irony Man is going to get this one cleared out. It is going to go down into the Blank bubble.
No way.
Very, very close to being on that goal. I'm not sure if it would have gone in, but it may have as Twang gets it stopped up before it has the opportunity. Now Tozes is going to get that one cleared out. Minute 20. It's into the hands of the boss. That's a good chain, good dribble. Boss picks that one up on the floor, looking for the impasse. Has the impasse. Going to go to Irony Man. Irony Man looking for the cut. Has the cut. And there's another goal with 1 minute to go. Quackheads in this second round are back within 1 once again.
And that clear would have made them tied. That was going in for a fact. It might have actually just dinged out the post and then went off the backboard and then into the goal. But 50 seconds left remaining, 11 to 12. We'll be Blank with a chest advantage here. Picked up by Paddish. Paddish over to Twang. Twang over to Tozes. Gonna wait for his teammates to get open. He's gonna send it through all the way into the bubble and picked up by J for Jack and the soft shot for the 2. I mean, all they need is a 3 and it'll be tied up. 30 seconds left remaining.
Yeah, that's it's not nice. Quackheads are still in this game as we're gonna have 15 seconds on the clock. They're down by 3, so they need a 3 here. They absolutely need a 3 as it looks like. Are they only coming out 3 sec here? That might be the case. It looks like they may be down a player. It looks like, yeah, Gob, I don't believe, came out of the tubes here with 10 seconds here. That's in the hands of the boss. The boss looking for a shot there. Takes it off the thing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh, my.
Well, we're going to overtime. Probably going to get a timeout to get Gobshite back in the game. I can't believe that happened. So, in the last, there are literally 15 seconds. Let's lay down what just happened there. There are 15 seconds left. Quackheads are down by 3, 14 to 11, and their fourth man, Gobshite, crashes out of the game. And you think, how do you think anything but this game is over? How do you think anything but that? And somehow, some way, Quackheads tie it up, and we're gonna go to an overtime. Unbelievable pressure there, performance from Quackheads. Unbelievable clutch goal. Just absolutely. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I thought that was it. I really did.
That was insane. I do not know what just happened. If Quackheads win the joust in a quick sequence of passes, that'll win them the round, and that will ultimately force a third round, and that'll be insane. And I really mean that. That would be insane, especially against this blank team. Their passes, their saves, just everything that blank does are really good. And same with Quackheads, but Quackheads can get their chains together, can get their last man in, then we're gonna be... I don't know what to say anymore. This is just insane.
Yeah, that was a that was a fantastic clutch. My brain keeps wanting to call it a finish. It's not a finish. Well, I guess a finish, kind of a finish. Although we're going to an overtime. Yeah, sudden death here, and so for anyone just joining, because I do see that number ticking up right now as we're speaking. For anyone just joining, in the last, so just to tell you, yeah, go ahead and replay it there, Newton, Dad, as you suggested. So I'm not taking credit for that idea because that was Newton, Dad, as he suggested going in and playing it again. Because yeah, I mean it was 15 seconds left on the clock. Actually, I believe that was the goal prior that I just played there. There were 15 seconds left on the clock. Quackheads down by 3. It was 14-11. And as they're lining up in the tubes, Gobshite crashes out. And in those 15 seconds, Quackheads bring that one down for a 3 off of the backboard on a goalie and tie it up here to go into this overtime to stop themselves from getting knocked out here in this lower bracket game. As I also understand it, the game there on Venues has finished up there. Team Gravity did take that 1-2 over Clockwork. So Clockwork will be... Clockwork's actually looks like, yeah, they're going to be waiting for that final round. They're going to be facing off whoever wins Envy versus whoever wins this game. So the winner of this game could ultimately be playing Clockwork in a little while here. But yeah, what a clutch goal there at the end of that round. We're just waiting on Gobshed to get back into this game to finish this one out, to maybe push us into round 3. I mean, that would be, like I said, I really was not expecting this one to even go to overtime. And now looking at the potential of a round 3 here, Solar.
I mean, around 3, you really gotta hope for it, especially because of how close it is right now. It's 14-14. Blank took the first round, and Quackheads I bet that they're really, really trying to, well, take this into a third round. Because if they once they win the joust, I mean, that will probably make it the ice. But yes, it would, because sometimes the quickest joust can even lose you the disc. I've seen that way before in my own, whenever I sub for games. So if they headbutt it wrong, if they grab it wrong and they get stunned out, something could happen. Anything could happen, especially because it's overtime. Times have reset, goals have reset. It doesn't matter. It's all the marbles right here.
So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get Gobshite back in here, because I would love to see an even 4v4 in this overtime. Sometimes things don't happen the way we would like them to. I'm not sure what the holdup is specifically. I'm not sure if maybe a headset died, or if the internet crashed, or if it was just a game crash, or what have you. But yeah, we are waiting, waiting to get that player back in the game here to go into this sudden death, because this is probably the clutchest moment I think I've casted yet in the finals in any of the regions so far. Of course, still haven't done NA yet, but yeah, from OCE last night or EU today, as well, I did just see something going on. No, still paused. I'm not sure what the camera's doing there for me, but yeah, very tense situation here as we wait for that player to return to the game, hopefully. Although it looks like we are in pausing, so we might be finishing out here 4v3, which is quite unfortunate. But at the same time, we did see looks like, oh no, okay, maybe the other team going to be taking a time out there to extend it here to get give a little bit more time to get Gob back into this game here.
Good sportsmanship. I hope we at least get Gobshite back in, because he was doing very well, but then something happened to him. So, but yeah, so this is not the only game we have well, now we're gonna have one. Well, once this game is over, after the third round, or maybe just after this overtime, we're gonna be coming back. I believe me and Dimly won't be able to, but I believe some others will be able to. Correct me on that if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but in the next round will be Powdor and Retap here on this channel.
Yeah.
Taking on Envy versus whoever wins this game. And it looks like Gobshite has returned. So he should get started here very, very shortly. Proper 4v4. Glad to see we were able to get him back in here to get this even matchup for this final, because this is a ridiculously clutch moment for Quackheads. If they can score this, if they can score this goal here and push us into round 3, this would be a major moment in this final series.
I mean, everything's on the line right now. Whoever wins this round stays in the finals, but that does not mean that their spot will be saved in the finals, semifinals, or like whatever's in the grand finals, even that. But whoever wins this, if Quackheads wins this, that's a third round. If they win the third round, they stay in the finals until they lose, I believe, two or one, I believe, because they've already lost one. And Blank, on the other hand, if they lose this one, I believe that they are out, and that's the same for, well, both of these teams. So, I'm excited to see who wins this, especially if Quackheads can win this overtime. That would be, I think that would become the upset round for this cast.
Yeah, quite possibly, although we are unpausing here. 5 seconds on that unpause. So we should get started here in this round 2 sudden death overtime, literally any second. Just waiting for that countdown to begin as that pause has ended. 2 minutes on the clock. This is sudden death. Whoever gets the first goal will win this round. And if it is Quackheads, we will go to round 3. If it is Blank, Quackhead season will be over and Blank will be moving on to face Envy. Excuse me, here on the channel, and the teams are away. It's going to be Blank getting that one, a controlled victory, controlled win on that neutral joust. J for Jack just sending that one into the bubble. Chain is there to pick it up. They've got 3 in the bubble. It's a 3v3. Sending up, trying to get it to Twang, who lost the hand on the barrier, sending that one out, but it's in the hands of J for Jack. J for Jack turning this one around there. Far side, Pac-Man sending this one up to Tozus. Tozus looking for an option. Has no cut pass. Going to go instead there to J for Jack. J for Jack juking around the barrier. Bring it in. Somehow pulls that shield. And there it is. Paddish gets that one in for the 2. And it will be Blank taking this one in overtime and going on to face Envy.
I mean, Quackhead season is over, but that was still an amazing save. I don't want to say this because it could not happen in the next Challenger Cup, which is in Season 4. But I believe that Quackheads is definitely a master team. If not very, very high diamond, can definitely compete with Nons and all the high diamond teams that are currently facing off right now. Well, not facing off, but will face off in the Season 4.
Yeah, it was a phenomenally clutch moment there to get to that overtime. But yeah, unfortunately for Quackheads, Blank will be getting that victory in the overtime and the game. The Blank will be moving on to face Envy here on Channel 2. Over on Channel 3, you'll have Everest versus Hellbent, another elimination match. And then over on Venues on the VRML Master League Twitch channel, Pyram versus Intoxicated. Neither team has lost a game yet. That is when both teams looking to serve of the first loss to the other in that one there. So yeah, plenty of Echo Arena left to look forward to. And of course, in another 4 hours, you're going to have North America starting up. So much Echo Arena left to look forward to today. So don't go too far. Don't go anywhere. In fact, we're going to a quick intermission, but we will be back. Good afternoon, Jackson Jills. I am Monsieur Demouy, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this third installment, we are going to cover defensive joust schemes. So I'm going to throw a whole bunch of numbers at you, and then we're going to break them down. 2-1-1, 1-2-1, 1-1-2, 2-2, and 1-1-1-1, though we're just going to call this man from here on. These are your basic defensive gel schemes. With the exception of man coverage, the 3 numbers correspond to 3 assignments in the following order: forecheck, midfield, and backfield. The numbers represent how many players you're committing to each of these assignments, and pairs typically represent chain pairs. So we'll start with the most common, and so likely the one most familiar to you, the 2-1-1. This scheme is typically run by sending a chain in the direction of the opposing team's quarterback, sending one player up to mid, typically to cover a pass option, and leaving a player back to guard against long shots, deep passes, and clears. It's the most common style of defensive coverage because it also tends to be the safest to run. Any players you send deep are in a pair and so can boost back on defense. There's a goalie protecting the bubble and goal, and the midfield player is not too far out to generally get caught behind the play if the offense progresses through mid. Conversely, a 1-2-1 scheme, while used a fair bit at the competitive level, is also a generally vulnerable scheme. This scheme sends a single player in the direction of the quarterback while setting a chain up to attack the first or second pass. The aggressive nature of the play does lead to some moderate success in forcing a quick turnover, but if the play does not succeed, there's a fair chance that the forechecking player will be caught well behind the play, and thus the offense may be able to push a 4v3 all the way to the goal. This is not to say that the 1-2-1 should not be used, only that you should be aware of the dangers when deploying this scheme. The 2-2 scheme is one that utilizes 2 defensive chains, generally one to attack the quarterback and one to attack the first pass, or some other combination of similar assignments. It's an incredibly flexible strategy given the mobility of having all players on the field in boosting pairs, but it can also be vulnerable to tube shots and long bounce shots if the chains are not quick enough to track down those shots. The 1-1-2 scheme you might consider as more of an alternative to the 2-2 scheme, where instead of sending a pair at the QB, that pair splits with one going to QB and one covering a pass option. This makes the first pass more predictable for the back chain, and so they can set up in a more favorable position to attack. And finally, man coverage is probably one of the most aggressive formations a defense can utilize. This scheme sends each player to cover each of the opposing team's players one-on-one. The idea is to take out all available options while also applying a pressure to the quarterback in order to force a bad pass or otherwise any manner of turnover. So long as you're aware of the position of your teammates and can quickly get back together to change your bubble in the event that the coverage breaks down, man coverage should only be moderately more vulnerable than a 2-2 or 1-1-2. So now I'm curious, what sorts of defensive schemes have you seen deployed? Which ones do you consider the most effective? Do you think I missed something or got something wrong? Or do you have any ideas for other 3-minute metas? Please leave them all in the comments below this video. I will be reading through all of them, so feedback is greatly appreciated. But that's it for this installment of 3-minute meta. In the next, we are going to cover initial attack vectors. I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I'm Monsieur Demouy, and this is 3-Minute Meta. Let's talk about bubble offense. So you just got your team through mid, and you're now set to attack the bubble. There are 2 primary formations when attacking the bubble, deep and shallow. In a deep formation, you will typically have your backliner around double diamond or otherwise in the backfield. 2 of your forwards will generally be split on either side of the trench, and you'll tend to have a striker somewhere in the bubble putting threat on the goal. The shallow formation is basically just a compressed version of the deep formation, putting the backline on or around bow tie, and with all 3 forwards either pressing the bubble or putting threat on the goal. The primary purpose of both formations is for the backliner to first draw out a defender, and for your team to press a numbers advantage. The ideal situation would see the backliner disabling this defender and rejoining the play. But even if the backliner gets tangled up, the numbers situation is still better for the offense. When considering the numbers when attacking the bubble, it is fair to consider the goalie as half a body. So even in what otherwise appears to be a 3v3 situation, it is functionally more like a 3v2.5 due to the fact that the goalie is committed to staying in goal but can still dive after cross passes and for 1v1s. So when we're talking about pressing this numbers advantage, it doesn't necessarily mean that the backliner is rejoining the play. So long as the backliner pulls that defender out, the 3 forwards can press a numbers advantage. Following this logic, however, means means that going in 4v4 also presents a numbers advantage, but with so many bodies in the bubble, the spatial advantage will generally go to the defense. With too many bodies in such a small area, too many lanes are intersecting, and multiple lanes can be more easily covered by a single person. So pulling that defender out is typically the most efficient way to attack the bubble, for even if your backliner fails at getting back into the play, you are still in a more ideal situation. By attacking with a numbers advantage, you ensure that at least one of your players is mostly free of defensive coverage for the duration of the attack. This means that there's always an open lane to be exploited, and it's just a matter of executing on these open lanes until a viable shot lane or cut option presents itself. If for some reason you're unable to find that lane, consider a reset, as that fourth defender at that point is likely rejoining the play, and the more you try to force it forward, the more likely you are to make a mistake. It is also important to note my heavy use of words like tend to and typically in regards to these formations. The only real guidelines I would offer as far as your exact positioning is to stay spread out, always have threat on the goal, and be mindful of your backline. If at any point in time, from when you gain possession of the disc to when you are attacking the bubble, if you manage to get a defender stuck behind your backline, you have the advantage, and you should press and maintain this advantage all the way to the goal, every single time. So next week we are going to cover bubble defense. I know some of you have been patiently waiting for that one, and I love you for it. I can't wait to get it out to you. I also encourage anyone who has questions or comments to leave them below. I respond frequently and will sometimes pin contributions or rebuttals to the topics I cover. So really, let me know what you think. But I've been Monsieur. And welcome back, everybody. We have another one for you here. Another knockout round. Envy versus Blank. Envy taking a 2-0 loss to Hyperion in their first game of the day, and now in their second, they're going to be taking out Blank. Blank losing to Intoxicated in their first round, and then losing to, beating Quackheads in that last round here on this channel. Now going to be taking on Envy. And once again, I am Matsud, and we joined this time by Retap Worm. Of course, Newton Dad still on the cameras. Retap, what can you tell the good people about this matchup here?
I mean, straight off the bat, I can tell you it's going to be a good one. Both these teams have been playing so nicely, and I've seen Blank playing earlier, and their defense is just absolutely unstoppable. So Envy, really hard pressed to get through, I think. I haven't seen Envy play today, I think, but I'm excited to see what they can bring to the table in this first neutral joust.
The teams are going to be, exiting the tubes here. A quick headbutt there from Envy. But it gets it puts it right in the hands of Blank there, as that one gets cleared out there by Twang Pants. Good chain to pick it up, and just like that, Tosis hits the first goal here of round one. 9 seconds in, good for the 3.
Yeah, what a quick start. And an early three-pointer is so underestimated in these games. I mean, that's basically 2 goals, unless they can get a three-pointer in return. So, that really, really strong start. Exactly what Blank wanted, or Envy want to see, at this point in the game.
Now Infiltrate, quick pass there. All the way down, gets into BK, open goal, hits it. Are you kidding me? Is this really how we're gonna start this game?
Yeah,
6 seconds later, 3 points on the board.
I was just saying how good a three-pointer is and how valuable it's worth, and that's gone. Back to evens again. Back to even Stevens. The 3-all, less than a minute gone. These guys are playing quick and fast. They want to get these goals.
You also hate it when that happens, because you feel so good about getting that first 3. You're like, yeah, now they're gonna get it too. We're gonna still have the lead, and then they hit that 3, and you're like, oh. All right. I guess we have our work cut out for us as Tosis setting up an end to Padish. Open goal, another open goal. That one's not going to make it. J for Jack recovery is going to get that one in for a 3 again. Wow.
Yeah, the third three-pointer in less than a minute and a half. These guys are really, really hitting hard and hitting strong. Maybe Envy can get another one, bring it to 4 3-pointers in less than 2 minutes. And they're going to definitely be trying. We'll see.
I wonder if the teams agreed to 3s only in this game. That would be phenomenal to see. Not a single 2. I don't think we've ever had a game incidentally work out like that. Of course, you can understand why, but I'd actually kind of love to see it. Maybe is this going to be it? Probably not. But well, man can dream, right? As Infiltrate with that, up to the Niles. Niles sending this one in, trying to get it to Stody, not able to handle it. This one gets slapped out and now into the hands of J for Jack. Turning us around, 2 minutes off the clock here in this first round. Still 3-point spread is a good defensive chain there from Envy to track them down. They overshoot. Everyone overshoots it. Everyone's still overshooting it. J for Jack is going to get there first, sending that one across into the hands of the teammate. I believe that is Tosis sending that one in, but now it's Stody with it.
They're trying to get that one out again to his teammate. BK taking it and sending it long, but no, the regrab stack is there first. Twang's going to take that one and send it back where it came from. Not wanting to get up their side, recovering it again and taking that long shot at the goal. And a three-pointer coming in. 4 3-pointer in this game so far, bringing them that 6-point lead.
This is I mean, if this is if this is how it's going to be, this is going to be a very, very high scoring game. And I live for it. I live to see it, as it's going to be Envy here with his House advantage coming out. Infiltrate, quick pass there to Niles. Niles sending that one through mid. Going to be down there in the hands of Stody. Stody crossing that one up, getting a good pass there to BK. BK going to go for a very wise reset there. As they're all now through mid. Infiltrate sending this one up. Going to get it in the hands of the Niles. Niles over to Stody, bringing it in. No, going to go for one more pass and maybe one more juke. And BK is going to bring that one in for our first 2 of the game. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Okay, yeah, finally coming out here. First 2-pointer, almost just over 3 minutes down to get that one, but plenty of 3-pointers coming out here, strong. So really nice done, these guys so far, wanting to play it quick and fast. And we're seeing that. That's the hype we want to see in these games, as we're seeing the stack coming up here. But no, BK dives in position, taking that one out of the air and working it back upfield for an attack of their own.
Now Niles holding that one for just a moment extra there to get that chain baited, and he did. So good. Now disc cycling here up through the offensive zone, although that one's going to be just off. J for Jack with the pickup is going to get it cleared out. As chaining down for that one was the players there from Blank. They do get there first. Now another chain to pick this one up. It will be Twag Pants, empty goal. Wow. Twag Pants takes a shot. BK gets there just in the nick of time, but not quite, as it does go in anyways. And that is a hard one to stop, though it does convert it to a 2. So that one destined to be a 3, but not. It's now a 6-point spread once again.
Yeah, unfortunate, but yes, as you said, back to 6-point spread. Blank holding their lead at the minute, holding these points, and still, we haven't even had half the match yet, half the round. Just, it feels like we've had longer now. So much action that we've been seeing from these players so far. But Stoti now passing down, and there's an attack there and a goal from Niles, taking them for another 2-pointer and bringing that lead down to, what is that, 4 points?
Yeah, we're back to a 4-point spread. So now exchanging 2s after we had a ridiculous number 3s going in. Although Blank's going to be hunting for another 3 here coming out of this tube, as we are approaching the halfway mark of this first round. 4-point spread in favor of Blank here is Tosis. Handling that one off of that Joust advantage. Quick pass to Twang Pants. Twang Pants cross to Paddish. Paddish going across to J for Jack. J for Jack back to Paddish there. Now through mid, although that is a great interception there, the Niles. As that chain was ready to pick it up. Stody, empty goal, is going to be off of the post. That is a heartbreaker there. They needed that goal in this moment. Of course, that's not going to, not a game ender, but that one does hurt as Infiltrate gets it back to Stody. Stody going to go down the floor, trying to get it to anybody. Infiltrate will get it, the recovery there. Infiltrate to BK, BK back to Stody. Stody another opportunity, and there it is. Brings that one in for the 2, and they are back within 2 here, 11-9.
Yeah, okay, plenty of time now for Envy to turn this one around. I mean, we've literally only just had half the time, like 40 seconds ago. So, actually, it's anyone's game still. Envy still have so much time to win this back, and they're doing that right now. And the momentum is building, and you gotta imagine that Blank is feeling that pressure they're putting on right now.
Oh, it is Toes is sending this one in deep. It's gonna get the flat bounce off the back wall. Paddish gets their first shade overshoots, and Paddish is gonna hit it. Re-extending that lead to 4 here, 13-9 in this first round, as we have just, how much time is left? Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first round here. Fantastic goal, big goal there from Blank.
Yeah, so much time still, actually. I keep thinking it's been more because of how much has happened. I said that already, but I'm saying it again because it is really, really true.
I agree.
These guys are just, working it forward fast and getting these nice long shots, passing around here, taking their time, but no, that pass is not good to the teammate. Can they recover it in time? And they are. Still, good recovery, good positioning. The Stack's trying to pressure them, but they're not able to get it in time, so they're going to move around the goal. BK going for an attack, but no, what a save from Paddish coming in there.
A big pickup there from Niles. Niles sending this one up to Stody. Stody behind the goal there to BK. BK does not have a lane. Oh, but somehow, wow. I don't know. So BK is above the goal. I believe was looking to send it back out of the bubble. Gets stunned out. It incidentally goes down, and Niles happens to be in the area to pick it up and send it in. I don't know how else to describe what just took place, but that was a great goal. And they're back within 2.
You say it's a move, they can look at that and they can say that's a move they've practiced. They've worked hard at that, whatever happened. But regardless, in the meantime, they're going to be seeing an attack coming here, trying to work out field by Blank. Paddish now on her own, taking her time across the floor, not wanting to lose that disc. A nice aggressive pass forward, really nice. And Jack is stunned out though, just as he tries to swing that one. So they're sent forward, but no, bouncing away now. Not quite escaping yet. BK is going to pass it down to Niles, and Niles is just going to hold it there, just take his time, wait for the pressure, and wait for it, and there it comes, and there is a long clear upfield.
Yeah, that went into the bubble, but a quick chain there from Blank to recover. Twang Pants looking for the clear out, doesn't get it out, gets caught in that far side trap. That's why we call it the trap. Infiltrate, sending this one up into the hands of BK. Empty goal, hits it, no problem. No hesitation, no question about it. BK is going to hit that one from 14 meters out. And Envy has taken the lead here in the first round, going up 14-13 with 2 minutes to go.
Okay, yeah, now it's getting real interesting. We've gone from 6 points up lead by Blank to Envy having that 1 point lead right now. And with all these 3-pointers just flying around here from both sides, it could go either way still so significantly. So, and we're going to see it here as Twang throwing upfield, bouncing it though off geometry there in the middle. Tozis takes it again, working upfield again for another attack. If they can get this, they're going to get back in the lead on the last 1 minute 20, but it's at the last second, Jack takes it, but no! What a save coming in there, and the quick clear, stopping that one in its tracks.
And now all the way down to the Blank bubble, picked up here by Stody. They've got a 2v1 if that quickly, although not quick enough, as the entire defense has now gotten back. Here's Niles bringing that one in, somehow gets it to BK. BK doing all the moves, pulling out all the stops, and swings that one in for another 2, and that is in now a 3-point lead to Envy with less than a minute to go in this first round.
A 3-point lead is generally quite significant, but Blank have been pulling out those 3-pointers this game, and if they can get one right now, we are going to go back to even, and maybe see our overtime coming here. So no! Oh, Stokes doesn't want it at all! He's going to take the 3-pointer for himself!
Wow. I gotta see the clock here. So we're gonna have 21 seconds. That's the ice right there. Round 1 will be in the hands of Envy after that. Blank can get another goal here, but there's not enough time for it to make a difference. So yeah, Envy will take round 1, waiting on that final score as Tozis. Quick pass there to J for Jack. J for Jack sending that one out. Good defensive change, try to track it down. They do. A couple stuns picked up there by BK. Look to turn that one around 10 seconds ago here in this first round. Up to the Niles. The Niles walking it up. 5 seconds to go here. Maybe one more shot. No, we'll turn over. Just a slap there from 20 Pants back to mid. And that will end round 1 in favor of Envy, 19-3. You see what they did there? They flipped that the 6-point lead. It started with a Blank with a 6-point lead, and ends with Envy with a 6-point lead.
Yeah, it was 3-9, now it's 19-13. Yeah, he said, and so nicely played by these guys. I mean, that interception at the end, prediction, interception, 3-pointer, that was beautifully done. Out of nowhere, gotta say.
Yeah, fantastic first round. Game high points currently to BK with 10. Although I have to point out, nearly almost every single player in this game with an assist on the board. The only player without an assist, J for Jack there, though, does have a 3 on the board, so not devoid of offensive contribution. And of course, plenty of stats we can't actively see there. Although possession time does seem about fair, about what you would expect, 302 to 221. But then shots taken is what I'm really interested in here, is a 10-9. There's only a difference of 1 shot. Envy only got 1 more shot than Blank did. You can kind of see how that plays out, especially with each team got 1 save there to Blank, 3 saves to Envy. You can kind of see how that plays out on the board. That's only, even though the points look so significantly spread apart there in 19-13, that's only a difference of 2 goals. So we are going to get started back here in round 2 as this clock counts down. And that is going to be headbutt there from Envy, and they are in possession with it. Infiltrate with it. Going to send this one up there to BK. BK looking to send that one in. Does get it to Stody, and Stody will plan it for the 2. And just like that, 12 seconds in, Envy has taken the early lead here in round 2.
Yeah, that's what they want. Carrying that momentum in from the last round and hitting quick and hitting early. Not getting that 3-pointer like they did last time, but still, that 2-pointer, exactly what they want to see to keep that momentum and keep that pressure on Blank and just let them know we're not letting up. We're hitting you quick and we're going to put that pressure on you for this entire round. And, they're doing that right now. But no, the attack's coming straight away from Blank. Bouncing off there. Can they recover in time as the stack pressures him? is going to move around here, trying to get it around, work it back to try and reduce some pressure on themselves. Working back and forth as they're taking their time across this floor, looking for a nice long pass, but get back again. Not wanting to lose this disc right now, playing it safe, playing it clean. Again, nice pass across the floor, slowly working upfield. There's the pass back again, and across behind the goal. Going to get it across in time. They can go for the cut, but no, it's going to bounce away, just missing that player.
That one up to the ceiling, still loose. Niles trying to get there, does, slapping it back, but there in the hands of J for Jack. J for Jack going over to Paddish. Paddish juking one behind the goal there to Toes. A shot is going to ding off the post. That's a heartbreaker. The Swang Pants gets that one recovered. Now juking around, trying to get away from the defenders, and up to J for Jack. J for Jack backing it up here. They're going to back this one out just a little bit to make some space once again. Because, BK, what a play there. Is going to get that turnover and get it cleared out. They have a chain away. The only free chain. They're down there. They got to get the disc. They got a 2v1. There it is. Infiltrate. Brings it in for the 2. And Envy has taken a 4-point lead here in round 2.
Yeah, early start, an early strong start as well. Yeah, momentum in this game is so important, and it's so often just completely unappreciated. But, the headspace that gets you in, if you're winning or losing, is so significant, and these guys need to just try and stay on top of it, not let that shake them, and keep working at this for this next round, keep those plays clean as we saw them in the first round, if they're going to get some more points on the board.
Toes is setting this one up. It's going to bounce into the bubble there, picked up by J for Jack, who brings it in, and there is finally Blank's first goal here of round 2. They're going to cut that Envy lead in half, taking it down 4-2 here, but still 7.5 minutes to go in the second round.
Yeah, we were just saying they need to play a little bit, stronger as they were in that first round, and they did it straight away. So if they can keep that up, it has only been less than 3 minutes so far. So it's plenty of time for them to keep doing that. The stack missing the pressure there, but on the second run through, they are going to steal it from him. Not quite getting the disc away, but getting the stunt. Pressure's on again, chasing them down with that aggressive stack there, but not quite able to recover the disc this time. So they're going to split apart, go for more of a defensive man-marking strategy around the goal here.
And now Stody with the far side. Kind of a very patient offense here from Envy. Set in there, opportunity. No, Infiltrate going to go behind the goal, and there it is. The one-timer from BK behind the goal slams that one in for the 2. And Envy is going to push it back up by 4 here. And yeah, fantastic push up. Envy really controlling this second round, controlling the pace, controlling the scoring pace, and just the pace at which the two teams are playing at the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the team that can do that is the team that is dominating in these games, and we are seeing that from Envy right now. Yeah, rough. You can imagine that Blank got to work hard right now to win that back, to get control of that game back in their hands, but it's not going to happen this point, as no, never mind, I said it too early. Panish takes that disc back straight away, and is going to work back up for a field now, passing around, trying to get it up, trying to get it clean, hanging back, not in a rush right now, trying to take back some control of that speed for themselves maybe right now, as they're going to pass across 1, 2 passes, looking for that clearing, looking for the opening, not wanting to get rushed into anything right now. Maybe holding back a little bit too much, as BK is going to take that one and stun it out and send it back upfield.
Yeah, that one cleared into the Blank zone. Blank is going to get to the area first, so he gets to the disc first as well. Good chain there to dribble after that. Disrupted by Niles. Infiltrate gets that one recovered, but not able to complete that pass. J for Jack going to get that one picked up at mid, sending it out. 20 pants with a boost. Maybe going to get their first. No, it's going to be Tosis, in fact. Tosis there. They've got a 3v1, although that defense does return. It's looking like a 3v3 now. They're walking in as Tosis goes for the 1v1, gets it for the 2, and they're back within 2.
Okay, that's what they need to do. Get more of these aggressive goals, get in their face, because their attacks so far have really been pushed back by Envy. They've been stopping them get even close. They've been passing back a lot, but Envy has been punishing them for it. So they need to get up in their face and get more aggressive on their attacks to get these goals in the game on the second half of this round.
Send out there. Ooh, it's going to get slapped back into the zone here, down to the Envy bubble. Bouncing up right in the head. Wow. Wow. You cannot ask for a better bounce than that. Right in the hands of J for Jack, who hits it for the 3. And just like that, Blank has taken the lead for the first time here in round 1, up by 1, 7-6.
Yeah, that 3-pointer coming in strong again. Enough to not only bring them equal, but, putting them in the lead. And now Envy is the one on the back foot. What a change from the start of this round where Envy had that domination. I forget how many points up they were. Was it 4? I think it was 4 points. Yeah, but now going back to that 1 point behind, they're going to try and work up for the attack of their own.
Sent across there, BK. BK slowing it up on that shoulder. Sending it back. What a setup there for the Niles as he's coming in, cutting in just through the edge of the bubble. And then brings that one in for the 2. That's going to be a 1-point lead back in the favor of Envy here with still 4 minutes to go. This is once again going to be a very, very hotly contested round all the way to the end.
Oh yeah, so contested. I mean, it has been back and forth the entire time, and that's what we're seeing now in the last 4 minutes. But of course, 4 minutes, anything can happen. As these guys are going to go for the regrab at field. No, just missing the disc there on that attack. That is going to be deadly for them as Stoti is going to take that one and send it back up to his teammate, who's going to be the one to get that nice on clear back up towards blank side.
Ooh, a bit of a trench pop there. Sends it back. Swing Pants able to take advantage of that. Gets it cleared out. A good chain there. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Off of.
Oh.
It works out. I mean, it works out. Tosis gets it in. Yeah, that was a little bit of everything. So you had the chain from Envy. Was out first, but got caught up. Weren't able to get to the disc. So the chain from Blank gets there first. It's Paddish with the hands, but then it's off of the head of Tosis. So Tosis is ultimately able to recover and get it in for the 2. They're up by 1 with 3 minutes to go.
Hey, yeah, so back on the side of Blank again. As we said, so back and forth. And, you know, I don't know who's going to win this. I actually have no idea. These guys are both playing so nice, and at this point, it really could just go either way. As Infiltrate's going to pass it up now, wanting to get another goal on the board, working it up, because they're behind at the minute, taking their time here, taking these passes nice and clean, working up towards the goal, a 1v1, and he's going to make it. Stoti being the one to take that one and put them back in the lead again.
Yeah, that was fantastic placement on that shot as well. Just, you saw Stoti held the disc. He comes in holding the disc high right, and that's going to bait the goalie, high to the goalie's high left there. And you think, you're as a goalie, you're thinking they're either going to go high or low. You're not thinking they're going to just edge it to the other side. And that's what he did. It kind of went high left instead of high right or low right or low at all. Basically the one spot I wouldn't have thought. There, Stoti, empty goal. Oh, no. That is a punishing goal right there. That's going to put him up by 2 goals here, up by 4 points with 2 minutes to go.
Oh, that is deadly for Blank right there. You see him in chat saying the same thing. That is rough for them. That is not what you want to see in the last 2 minutes of a game. But, still plenty of time. In the first round, we saw 2 minutes. We saw, 12 goals scored? 12 points? So, they can get back these 4 points in the last 2 minutes now if they're clean, but the pressure's on for them, and they're getting stunned out. Defenders do not want this, and defenders are going to send it back where it came from.
You can see how well a team is operating when they get that aggressive, that effectively aggressive in their own defensive bubbles. Oh, BK, empty goal, hits it, no problem. They're going to push up by 7 here. With only, a minute and a half to go, I think. Less than a minute and a half. Yeah. We're going to have a minute 4 on the clock when they come out of the tubes here. 7-point spread. Not out of time yet, but man, they have to score 3 goals in about 25 seconds.
Yeah, that is going to be really, really rough. I'm not sure they can do it, even with time or anything. I mean, there's still a chance if they're really, really quick right now. If they can get it, no! Oh, if they could have caught that right then, that could have been amazing for them with the open goal. But not quite. It is going to get sent upfield towards the Blank side. Envy trying to take another goal right now. If they can take this, that's going to seal the game. No! Missing that one. Bouncing back away again.
And as we hit that 40-second mark, we only have enough time for 2 more goals. Max, is this one? Maybe going in there, but not quite. And while it is a 3-goal spread, this will be Envy taking this second round here. They're going to beat Blank in 2, and they will be moving on to the next round to take on Clockwork. And that's going to be right here on this channel. But 20 seconds ago, as Tosis picks that one up in the bubble, sending that one out, going to get it through mid all the way down. Both teams going to chain after this one, looking to get that the final exclamation point on the game. Paddish juking around, sending it up, trying to get it to Twang. It's going to be off the mark, now bouncing up to the ceiling, where we'll be picked up there by Infiltrate. One more long heave, sending it out, flat bounce off the back wall. Not quite, but there it is. BK hits it for the 2, and that will end the game. Round 2, Envy takes it 18-9.
Yeah, what a change. We were saying it could go either way at 3 minutes in, and it did. Look at it. 9-point difference. Coming out absolutely nowhere for Envy. Picking up the momentum and picking up those goals. And getting that 9-point lead, honestly, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a fantastic victory for Envy. I mean, especially after, Blank started the game strong. Blank, really came out swinging. It started with a 6-point lead to Blank in that first round. Then it ends with a 6-point lead to Envy in the first round, and then their a 9-point victory ultimately to Envy in the second round. But yeah, what a fantastic victory there. They are going to be moving on to take on Clockwork here in a moment. And that's going to be on, actually, I did say that was going to be here, but I think that may end up being on, I'm not sure which channel is going to be going where. Because, yeah, there's only 2 more games in this final round remaining. Channel 3 is going to be going offline. You're going to have Clockwork versus Envy and Hyperion versus Everest. And that'll be cleared up. I apologize if I'm not totally in the... I would presume Clockwork Envy will be happening here, but we will find out during this intermission. Okay, so yeah, we're actually going to be going to Hyperion versus Everest here on this channel, and Clockwork versus Envy will be on venues. So for now, I'm personally done. This is my last cast on the evening, so thank you very much for joining us. I've been Monsoon and we. That was Retep Worm with me in the caster's booth, and Newton Dad on the cameras. This channel will be coming back shortly. Yeah, so don't go anywhere. Don't go far.
This is a competition to find the best of the best.
I'm still not convinced, but either way, a bounce pass over here, gonna reach stage, but Stody the nice. Where some stories might end, others will begin anew.
Anything can happen. Anyone can win, and anyone can lose.
Number 2 is a loser.
This is what we have been waiting for all season.
To the end, and maybe hit a scoring zone. It's gonna be an overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals. This is a competition.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
you make up your mind? 'Cause I'm getting tired of overthinking every move you make, and I can help you decide who you're loving now and how I'm not quite there.
Yeah, the near side trap going to be picked up by Game. Trying to send out, but Jason there with the recovery. Going to be sent all the way through. Picked up there by Mozzie. Mozzie has the open lane. Whoa! What a save there from Ryan. One of the biggest saves in the round 2. It's going to send all the way through. Jaywalker has an open lane, and that was on. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go.
Offensive players, once they get into the bubble zone, that's allowing them to stack up much more quickly as it's on the ground. Moonface, oh, what a save there by Cruzen, and he sends it out. And again, that stack is together.
Saves now as he recollects the disc and maybe look for an attacking opportunity, but this may be just as important, if not more important, than Challenger Cup, because this will get them for the opportunity to get into Challenger Cup. But Goran Jr.
bouncing out of the bubble back to his teammate though. Intentional pass. Random cross pass to Lord of War. Lord bounce shot, and it's good. What a play! Sin take the lead 4-2.
3 is a 3, as I'm not sure anyone says, but it's a fact. So out, flying in, taking it is Zach, and putting 3 more on the board.
He's looking, he's juking, he's passing over to Pam, and Pam is going to pass it to Frost, who's going to sink it in 4-2 early on here in this first round.
Let's see how Valkyries can respond here. They can't let that get them down.
See Swag War as well in the chat, and I see a Cal 3-point goal. How about that? What was that? 2 seconds.
But unfortunately, no one was there to pick it up. That's going to get picked up by Menacing Mage. Menacing Mage over to Aureli Aurum. Aureli Aurum back over to Retep, who's going to sink it in.
Looking like Niles could not find the disc, as Stody can't find the disc. Down to Niles for the slam dunk, making an amazing response.
Pushing out as the lone man, the lone pressure, the forecheck. QL going to start walking up with this one. They have 2 of the bubbles, passing it there to Speedy. What a setup.
Actually, sits that much farther down. That's not a bounce shot, but it's going to get picked up by his teammate, and they're going to hit the post. No! But there's not over yet, and the second time, it's good.
Watching you with dark eyes every night.
Can't tell time. Actually, I've always known that. I am chronologically challenged. As Av is going to send that no way. Is that going to be...
Stack there to recover it. It's going to go for a clear, but unfortunately there, Isolate playing very far back for High Voltage. Going to recover it. Lols on the recovery, going to go for a pass onto Goran Jr., who's going to juke, going for the one more pass, and Lols able to secure the first round for High Voltage.
Back into the hands of Aiden. Aiden going low now. Pass to Crispy. Crispy walking it in. Can he do it? Bounce shot. Oh. No, it's recovered by Pigeon. They needed 3 though. They need the goalie. Oh!
They got it! They got it! We're going to overtime! No! You cannot do this.
And welcome back to VRML 2. The last match of the night is right here for you. And it's Luke. I'm new. And with me is the ever so awesome Retep Worm and Newton Dad on cams. Everest against Hyperion. Retep, how are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. This is going to be a good match. These guys are both beasts of this game, beasts of this season, and yeah, both of them playing all to win for here, all to play for. This huge prize pool. And I'm hyped. Are you hyped? You got that hype yet?
Oh man, you know I'm hyped. Let's pull up the standings here, or rather the bracket, as this is losers round 3. What does that mean? That means both these teams have lost in a double elimination format, so that means that the winner moves on to the lower bracket finals, and the winner, semifinals, and the winner and the loser goes home. That's it. They're done for this season 3. We are going to ping these teams and let's see when they do ready up. But these teams have both gone on much of a journey. Hyperion moving to round 3 in the upper bracket until they lost against Intoxicated 2-0. And now they're playing against Everest, who went to round 2, lost, beat Hellbent on Channel 3. That was a heck of a game. And now we are here, round 3. Everest trying to break through and break back into that upper finals, especially as the underdog a bit, as they are coming into this tournament 9th seed. So they do, have a bit of an underdog story there with Hyperion coming in 7th, which not a huge difference, but nevertheless, it does make a difference.
Absolutely, yeah. And both these teams have done so good so far. You know, I gotta say, yeah, as you said, they both won 2 and lost 1 so far this tournament. So coming in now, we're going to see which one of these two can come out on top and which one is going to be knocked out of here, and who's going to be going up against that NVV Clockwork winner. That is right how the game works. But yeah, we're just waiting in here at the minute for these guys to give us the
They are starting. So we are going to be Conrad. Conrad over to bed. Elmo walking in the field, going across low to Steffo, but Steffo is over quickly to bad. Elmo cutting across, but no, not finding the mark, unfortunately. Now it is going to go into the hands of Cinnamon, who's going to clear it all the way back down the other way. The stacks are coming through for Blue, for Hyperion, and do they hit the 3? Yes, they do! Echo putting the first 3 points on the board. Hyperion 3-0.
Yeah, what a nice quick start there by Hyperion. Exactly what they want to see coming into this game. And these 3-pointers just cannot be understated about how important they are. They're basically 2 different goals scored at once at the start of this game. So really nice, strong start.
Gonna go back down the other way now, but it will get intercepted by SmartRaz. SmartRaz is not gonna find his teammate, though. Eventually will get picked up by Echo juking on the floor now. Buying some time, buying some space, just going for the reset. Just wanting to set up the high percentage offense.
Yeah, it's taking the time now, just working out, getting those passes out, but no! The pass to Howler is not great, as Howler is stunned out and the disc is sent back upfield into the Hyperion side. If Everest can get there first, they're going to get the open goal right now, but no! Defenders get there just in time to stop that one. Martin recovering it though, looking for an attack of his own, working back to his teammate there. Stoti getting the shot there, but no! It's going to go! And there it is. Sorry, not Stoti, it's Steffo. Steffo helping Elmo, and Elmo getting that 2-pointer.
Man, what a save from Howler, but Elmo was there to steal it from his hands and slam it in the goal. That's exactly what he did. But that does show the power of the 3. Hyperion 3-2, still have the lead. Now they have the joust advantage, looking to extend that lead to maybe just 3 points, or maybe even 5 if they get another 3. But that's not going to be cleared out. Instead, that's going to go bounce into the hands of Howler. Howler now across to Cinnamon. Cinnamon walking upfield, looking for the pass, looking low. It is going to be good. As Echo just jukes on the floor and looks to get the cut pass. It's across. It's diving. It's saved by Conrad on the back line. And he's going to anchor shoot it. Anchor clear it all the way back down the other way.
Yeah, lovely save there. A good defense can win you a game, and we're seeing that right now, but will we see it here? Oh, we will! As Echo dives out of the goal, forcing that backboard shot, and it did not quite work out for them. Steffo, though, recovering it again to line up again, but again we're seeing, no, just overestimating that attack right there, not quite getting it. Everyone's brawling on this one, but Cinnamon comes out on top and clears that disc away.
He certainly will, but it's not going to be any goals. This defense from both these teams is absolutely world-class, which is what we expect to see here in the grand final, or rather here in the finals, but that's going to get slammed in. Martin III gets there first and takes the lead for Everest, 4-3.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice, good start here. That 3-point lead just really paying off, but not quite at the end there. Everest able to win that one back, so that 1 point ahead right now. Still, only 3 minutes gone. Plenty of time for them to win this back, and it's going either team's favor, as the Hyperion are going to get another chance for an attack. Working across the floor there, looking to get that nice pass. Across there to Echo. Echo back again to Cinnamon. Cinnamon knocking that one in the goal. The nice cut to bring them back in the lead again by 1 point.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and that's what I want to see here in this round 3 losers bracket. These teams are fighting to stay alive, and they're playing the top of their game. Everest, Hyperion, and it is going to be Everest with the joust advantage. Gets that quick pass across to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo over to Steffo. Steffo taking a look. Maybe goes to the reset. No, he's going to get the clear instead, but that's going to get intercepted by the Geo, by the stack, rather. Quick stack from Cinnamon, but unfortunately that's not going to be a stack that is connecting, and instead will be eventually picked up by Cinnamon once again, going for the cross pass against on the ceiling, juking around, but elects to go for the reset just to buy some time.
Cinnamon now go for the backboard shot, but Conrad turning around just in time to save that one. A beautiful save, stopping that goal coming in. Going to be recovered here? Nope, both sides brawling for it. Elmo taking that one and clearing it. Chasing it down on his own and able to get there first. Steffo securing that one and getting that 2-pointer and getting themselves back in the lead again.
Yeah, man, what a save coming from the side of Everest. I think that was Conrad, as usual, on the back line, but that's what converted that goal for them. Getting that save, getting that clear at Everest, and Steffo finishing the job. Back and forth game now, 1 point game still. Nobody getting a 3 quite yet, as Hyperion does have the judge advantage, so they're going to quickly pass across to Cinnamon. Cinnamon pressured, but doesn't get the stun off, but gets the pass off instead. Walking in, juking on the floor, trying to bait her to defender, instead going for the reset, but that is a good reset. Now over to Echo O. Echo O diving in, but saved by Bad Elmo. Not the shot they were looking for, I don't think, as it is going to get bounced high, and it is going to get picked up by Howler.
Yeah, a bit over-enthusiastic there on that attack. Maybe should have taken a bit more time, but the pressure from this defense is good, and that can cause them to make mistakes or rush attacks they don't want to make. But still, another attack coming in here. Nice low pass to Howler. Back again, but no! Oh, what a dive in the way by Steffo, stopping that one and sending it back.
Sending it back. It's a stack. It's good. It's a bounce. It's even better. It's a 3. Oh, my goodness. There you go. Everest extends their lead to 4 points. And we've just seen that punish again and again and again. Everest doing great work, stunning the Hyperion regrabs, the Hyperion speed, and instead finding the back of the net for themselves.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, if you can make it, that backboard shot is actually pretty safe when you've got a teammate or an enemy team who's flying back. Go for the long shot real quick now. Oh, bouncing away, not on the angle they want, and taking it again, and that is going to be the one to get them the 3-pointer. 6 points in a row, suddenly a 7-point lead.
That's how many unanswered goals? 3, maybe 4 from Everest? Everest popping off here in the second half of this first round. Hyperion still has lots of time, though, on the clock. 3.5 minutes, 7-point game. It's very doable. However, they do need to get some points on the board soon. That's not going to help, though. That's a scuffed pass. But now that pass will be good, but still not finding its mark. Eventually, will get picked up by Echo O, who is just on the wall, or on the table there, as that's what the Geo is called, rather the tunnel. But anyway, they all have funny names. We just like to say Geo most of the time, but that's going to get turned over by Conrad, who is just going to look for the pass maybe, but that's certainly not what he was looking for. It is going to get turned over into the hands of Howler.
Oh, unfortunate clear there. No, is that going to go? Oh, I thought that was bouncing in then. I thought that was going to be beautiful, but yeah, unfortunate clear there. Just bouncing off of tunnel back to where it came from. A nice long shot, though. A good chance here if they can get there first to seek that goal, but no, Bad Elmo's going to stop that one and send it back. Oh, not Bad Elmo. Sorry, but no, attack coming in. Backboard shot, and the slow 6 meters a second. But 6 meters a second is all they need for it to go and just drift into the goal for another 2-pointer.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's what you, that's, there's a masterclass in brawling right there. Go for the shot, has the wide arm, gets the stun off, but it doesn't matter because the disc is going the right trajectory, the right speed anyway, as it is going to go long. 3 hits the post, though. That's almost what Hyperion needed, but, I mean, it is what they need, but the post isn't. As it is going to get intercepted in the midfield, and now it's going to get picked up by Steffo, who's going to go for the clear. It is a dribble play. Yes, it is, but they're going to get stunned, and it is going to get picked up by Howler, who's looking to reset this offense.
Okay, so 2 minutes to go, and they're currently 9 points behind. That's three pointers. If they can get it quick, it is possible, but they're going to have to be really play clean here and play ahead of the team. And unfortunately, that's not working right now, as Everest is going to immediately turn it over and take it back.
Quick pass low. Cinnamon, cut pass to post. Echo, oh, hits the post. We've seen so many posts here today, and that's a save. Conrad, what a play. As Bad Elmo is going to get the turnover. Now getting cleared out, but no, it will be Smart Raz on the back line. Just taking his time. 1 minute 20 on the clock. I think this game is out of reach. However, it's not out of reach in their hearts and minds. And they want to score more goals. They want to score 2. They want to get the momentum going, but that might work, but that will. Yeah. Smart Raz subs it in the goal. 7-point game.
Yeah, so 7 points behind. Not enough to win back, but still, yeah, I mean, they could maybe. Do the maths real quick for me, Luke. Can they win it back in time? If they're perfect game. If they had a perfect game.
No. If they had a perfect game. Okay, if they score within like under 5 seconds, potentially. But this is already too much time. Game over. But there still is time. There still is time for them to score another goal, and that's huge. This game is so important on momentum. Hyperion earlier today had an amazing upset win against, who did they play? Against Envy. They swept them 2-0, and I dare say that's because of the huge momentum they got again round 1 against Ribbit, one of the Challenger Cup teams that's now broken into this Master Division. But 20 seconds now, Hyperion's not going to let get any goals, it looks like, as Everest is looking to just buy all the time in the world. But there's a mistake. Is a stack coming through? It's an enemy stack race, but it will just get picked up. 10 seconds now. And that's it. Round 1 goes to Everest. Everest doesn't let any momentum go to Hyperion. That's a really smart play there, especially for the mental game. Man, what a round 1. I mean, is that what you expected coming into this first round, Reset?
Oh, God, no. Everest pulling out there with that 7-point lead. I mean, 9 points down to 7. I thought it'd be, you know, they wouldn't be able to get that. They wouldn't get that momentum in that late game, especially not after seeing the start of that round. I didn't think they'd get it, but still, they managed it. But plenty of time still. A whole another round, or maybe even 2, if Hyperion can pull this out for them to win this back. You know, get some more goals on the board, maybe get some momentum of their own to win this game back in their side.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly will find out. But man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much do you think like exhaustion plays at this point in the game? Because I mean, we expect to see these fast stacks from Hyperion. We expect to see, you know, these quick, you know, goals. Hyperion has such a stacked roster. Both these teams do, but we're not really seeing any of that. Do you think, you know, this is the fact that it's their 4th or 5th game of the day that like really kind of adds on to the pressure and the stress, or do you think that, you know, Everest is just a cleaner team right now?
Oh, I think the mental game plays so much into this, right? You cannot underappreciate it, and that's got to pay something here, definitely. Now, they've played for so many games in a row, had wins, had losses. Coming out now again, though, in this second round, they've had chance now to reset. Maybe they had a little break, a little think about it, and they can play harder. And we'll see if they do right now, as they do immediately take that joust. Open goal right now if they can recover it in time. Can they take it? Can they work it up? Not quite in time, but there's the cup. No! Just missing there, and missing that first opportunity at the goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's so frustrating to see, and I can't imagine it's that much more frustrating to do. But that's going to be another clear all the way through, actually. No, eventually we'll get picked up by Conrad. Man, Conrad's absolutely huge. Shout out to him, man. We didn't look at stats here in between the rounds, but Conrad, my man, has so many saves. He has 3, which isn't a lot, but in this game, it's a lot. But Steffo doesn't care about any of that. He's going to score 2. Everest gets on the board first, looking to pull out the W in 2 rounds.
Yeah, trying to get it quick and trying to get the nice early points again. You know, maybe they've kept the momentum. You can often lose it in that 1-minute break, but if they're trying to keep it right now, and obviously Hyperion do not want that. They want to get some points of their own. They want to get back in that positive headspace and positive gameplays that we saw in that beginning of the first round. We're seeing now if they can get that, as they're going to work around it, trying to look for a nice long pass, taking their time, not getting rushed into anything, as the stack's going to chase them down quick. A very aggressive defensive stack there coming in from Everest. Not quite enough, though, so they're going to take their time on the back there, looking for a pass. But no,
everyone too long.
Everyone's going to lose the disc and get it sent back away again.
Yeah, that's the thing with juking. It took too long. You're going to get intercepted. That's exactly what happened. But the backline rotations are there, the defensive ones. But that's going to get stunned through, and it's going to get picked up by Martin. Martin is going to elect to go for the reset pass, though, as Stefo just takes his time walking up. But he doesn't have any time to... Oh, he's going to get stunned in the face. That's going to be a long bounce shot, but it will get intercepted by the fast axe of Bad Elmo and Everest, who's going to go all the way back the other way. That's hit the post! Is that going to get slammed in? Oh, you know it is. Martin finishes the job. 4-0 Everest.
Yeah, nice little dunk there. Very nice and clean. And 2 minutes in, 2 goals scored, both of them by Everest. Hyperion need to pick up their game right now, and they need to get back on top of it and get back on top of the Everest right now. Letting them get a little bit of steamrolled right now, getting them get a bit too much momentum, too much pressure on them, especially in the defense. So time is ticking for them as the disc is going to bounce around here. The pass is not quite good. Stefo's going to grab it and look that pass back to his teammate, who is going to be the one to look maybe for that clear.
Yeah, Conrad over to Martin now. That's a shot. That's high, though. Whew, just barely. As it is going to be Cinnamon now with the disc. But that's stunned. It's going to be... No, it's going to be free, but it's going to get picked up by Echo O, who is going to go all the way back down the other way. Back down the entire field. Back down into the hands of his teammates. It's going to bounce in, though! What? 71 meters! Echo O, you can't do that! But you did. 3 points on the board for Hyperion. It's a 1-goal game. It's a 1-point game.
Oh, that is ridiculous. That was like 70 meters. No way! That is so unlucky there for Everest. And yeah, maybe that is what Hyperion need right now to give them some more energy in this game, more momentum. As you said, they've got to be feeling the drain of playing so many games in a row right now. But no, Echo's going to come out quick on top of it, passing to his teammate there, who's going to work upfield on his own, dropping it on the shield. Oh, that's deadly! And that is going to lose him the disc right there.
Oh my goodness. I was really hoping for a goal. That would have been an amazing succession of plays, but this offense isn't over. They might still get one. That's going to be a reset pass, of buying some time, buying some space. Smart Raz duking on the ground, going to the pass off. He's not going to wait too long. This time, cutting into the goal. Hits the post. We've seen so many posts today. I don't want to see any more, but Bad Elmo is going to get the slap downfield, and the backline player will get there, but he's going to get stunned, though, as it is going to go eventually into the hands of Stefo, but no, turned over to Echo. Oh, we've seen great work from him. Let's see, can he get another 3? No, he's going to pass over to Cinnamon. Cinnamon walking in the field, but nope, just slowing down the play and going for the cross pass.
Well, yeah, Everest stacks are so deadly. I mean, you have to watch out for them all the time. Out of nowhere, they're defending, and suddenly that stack is on top of you. That quick pressure, just really penalizing any little mistakes. And, you know, we're seeing that right now, as Hyperion has taken a lot more time with this. Maybe a little bit too much time right now, as they're getting a bit marked up. But Howler's got the disc again. Pass down there to his teammate. He's going to pass up to Echo. Echo bouncing in, and Echo's going to dunk it in there. For that 2-pointer, putting them finally back in the lead.
Man, you know, we couldn't get it in 8 seconds. You know, that would have been an amazing counterplay, getting those 2 quick goals, taking the lead. We had to wait a whole minute and a half for it, a minute 20, whatever. But it was certainly worth it. Hyperion now has 2 unanswered goals of their own with the lead. As I say that, Bad Elmo and his team, it's an open 3. But no, it's not open, and they do get the turnover. I didn't see the defender in net, as now it's going to be once again Echo O. Low pass, that may have been in. A little trench shot there. That's what that little indent in the floor is. But it is going to be cleared all the way back the other way now. The stacks are through. It's a 2-on-1. It's a pass. It's a save. It's not a shot. Maybe it is now with the stun. Oh, Bad Elmo, Stefo, great work from them. 6-5. Everest take back the lead.
Yeah, 2-on-1 on that goalie. 1 getting the stun, 1 getting the goal. That is not what you want to see, and that's not what you're going to have. You know, nightmare situation for a goalie to be in. So I'm trying to save it with his head. Not quite able to do it, but still. 4 minutes 20 and only 1 point down. There is so much time for them to win this game back.
There certainly is. Lots of time on the clock. Anyone can take it. Once again, remember, Everest took round 1. They're looking to take round 2. That's a 3. That's a bounce. That's a save. Howler. Great work from him on the back line, keeping his team in it to win it. But if Hyperion loses this game, they're done. Not for this game, but for the season. Both these teams are fighting to stay alive here in the finals of Season 3. I hope you guys are as hype as I am, but Stefo is just looking to buy some time, because 1 point is all they need to win. Time is on their side. They can take all the time in the world, and they're looking to do exactly that. As now they are forcing the Dusty. Conrad gets the stun on Cinnamon and the disc off. That's the 2 bang, but that's going to be a cut pass. That's cross pass. That's intercepted. That's going back down the field. However, it is going to get picked up and cut across. Cross pass to Conrad, who's going to send it up to his teammate, and they're going to look to maybe reset this offense, but no, that's going to get intercepted. That's going to go back down the field. However, the defensive rotations will be there to pick it up.
So talk about that real quick, that last point where the interception happened. That's what unfortunately does happen when you take a little bit too much time, is that defenders can get in position, work out where they need to go, and jump in the way of the passes, or intercept them, or, stun you out at the wrong time. So unfortunately, taking your time can be good sometimes, but also it does have issues. And these guys are capitalizing on that right now as they're going to work upfield on his own right now. No one around with him. None of his teammates are not there in time. He's looking for juking his way up, and he goes for the free fighter, and Howl's going to make it. Bringing them back in the lead again for a nice 2 points lead right now.
This is the last match of the day for us here for the EU Finals, but this is going to be the last game of the season for one of these teams, and Hyperion wants none of that. They want a round 3. They want a reverse sweep. They want the win, as they are going to take the lead now, 8-6 now, extending that lead to 2, not 1 point any longer. But Steffo and Everest want to end it right before it starts. They want to tie up this game or maybe even get a 3. That cross pass is good. Bad Elmo walks in, takes the shot, and it's good. 2 more points on the board. Tie game, 8-8.
Oh, the beautiful timing there. The stack, the front of it coming in to stun out the goalie, and the other man waiting and passing it straight into the goal when the goalie is stunned. Beautiful teamwork, getting them that goal, and bringing it back to even with less than 2 minutes to go. It's basically an overtime right now, and we're going to see who can get this next goal, because every goal right now is going to be so crucial.
It certainly will. That pass is good, though. And all those tiny little mistakes, these teams will punish just like that, taking too long, floating in space, not getting the pass off. And it's going to be a turnover as a result. And that's what we expect from these teams. That's what we're going to see all weekend. But it is going to be Steffo buying all the time. Dare I say it, a minute and a half left. Maybe we see an OT. Maybe we'll see an OT. Maybe. Or a round 3. Or maybe we'll just see it end in 2 rounds. One of those options is certainly going to happen. But it is going to go low. And it's going to go into the hands of Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo's going to cross path and he's going to shoot. He's going to score. 10-8. Everest take back the lead after 7 minutes of gameplay behind Hyperion on the back foot.
Yeah, okay, the last minute of this game. If Hyperion cannot win this back in this minute, or at least get a goal, then it is going to be game over for them. And they know it. They can feel it. And so we're going to see what they do right now. If that pressure gets to them, or if they can put it out of the bag. Oh, the pass goes a little bit too far forward, but the stack is there. Goal's open. No, the stun comes in at just the wrong time for them right now. And so it's going to get knocked away back into Hyperion's side.
Gonna get knocked away. 34 seconds now on the clock. Echo O. He's gonna bounce pass it deep. That may have been a boop shot. It might have gone in, but there's a backline player saying none of that's gonna happen. As that's gonna get passed upfield. 25 seconds now. 23 rather. 20 seconds. It's gonna be turnover again. 19 seconds. They need to score right here, right now. Hyperion does. That's gonna be a turnover though. That's gonna be 12 seconds. 10 seconds. This might be it. Conrad just going to be on this wall. They're not going to pressure it. And dare I say it, that is the game. Hyperion, good, great game for you, but that's it. Everest takes the win. 2-0.
Yes, Everest are going to be going to this next round now, and Hyperion getting knocked out of this finals. Unfortunately, bad luck to them because they played so well through this game. They just could not quite stay on top of it until the end there. I know we got a lot of strong Hyperion fans in the chat here. I'm very sorry to break it to you all there. But I'll have to watch the rest of the teams play, see who comes out of this next tomorrow for the finals.
Yeah, I mean, wow. What a game from both these teams. I don't know what to say. Just what a hype game. Like, both these teams, I mean, if we look at some stats here, amazing saves beyond the stats from Conrad on the back line. Amazing saves from Bad Elmo as well, stepping in when needed from the side of Everest. Hyperion, Echo, with that beautiful 71-meter bounce shot. I don't know where he shot it from, so I can't give it a proper name, but regardless, Some great plays from Hyperion. That's exactly what we expect to see from that team, from the players who are so highly skilled. But unfortunately, that is the end of the road for them here in Season 3, getting out in the 3rd round in the losers bracket. But you know what? That's just the name of the game. That's what happens here, and that's, that's the end of the road for them. But Everest, Everest is going to play against Clockwork tomorrow in the lower bracket semifinals. And the reason why that's really funny to me is because that is the same 2 teams who broke in. Actually, I lied to you. It's not Clockwork. That was inputted wrong. It is actually going to be Envy, who won 2-0 in the other matchup. So it's going to be Everest Envy, so never mind. My thought is redundant. I was going to say there's the 2 Challenger Cup teams who made it into Cycle 3, but Clockwork, unfortunately, is out as well, so there's your update for you on the other side of the bracket. But we're going to get Envy against Everest. Everest has been consistently pulling up some upset wins all day today, all weekend, and let's see if they can do that tomorrow. But man, thanks you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this amazing game we all know and love, Echo Arena. It certainly wouldn't be as much hype, as much fun, as enjoyable without you guys. Also, huge shout out to, and gals, and huge shout out to all our sponsors, Pro2 VR, Asterion Products, Fixed Gaming, VR Cover, HyperX, Rebuff Reality, and VRWare.net. Also, huge shout out to IgniteVR.gg and the Spark application for all the stats on stream that we do see, here below. So thank you for those guys for taking all the time. And thank you again across all the platforms we have, venues, Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Gaming. We appreciate you, but make sure to tune in tomorrow. Every single game will be on VR Master League. We're trying to break 1,000 viewers. We're trying to break as many viewers as possible, but we need your help. So make sure you tell your friends, tell your family. But that's it for me. We do have the NA final starting later, but recap. Last game of the season on Saturday. End us off.
Just seeing there, chat real quick. Gilligan saying that not one match today went to 3 rounds. Hopefully we'll see more of that in the finals. But yeah, all these games have been so good. Rounds, yeah. 1 match dead. Never mind, Gilligan. 1 match dead. I apologize, but yes, we did get that. Sorry, Gilligan, just showing me up here as I'm doing this ending screen. But that's okay, because we'll come see us tomorrow again, and we said we'll be back here again for these matches. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and watching. You've been great. We've been Resev and Luke, and of course Newton Dad on cams, and we'll see you all next time.
This is a competition to find the best of the best.
I'm still not convinced, but either way, a bounce pass over here, gonna reach stage, but Stody the nice. Where some stories might end, others will begin anew.
Anything can happen. Anyone can win, and anyone can lose. Number 2 is a loser. This is what we have been waiting for all season.
To the end, and maybe in the scoring zone, it's gonna be an overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals.
And we're underway.
Season 3 of VR Master League Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Rebuff Reality, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.